fax or email us at least 2 weeks in advance.
At GM Place in Vancouver, Mark Messier, captain of the Canucks, who's on a tear with Harry York, former New York Ranger, and Marcus Naslund, who's now got 15 goals. The Canucks await the Nashville Predators. That's coming up in just a moment. Don't forget, tomorrow, a special holiday matinee at 2 ET, Dallas, Ottawa, as we continue on the one and only Hockey Night in Canada.
I can't do anything without the instructions. Nothing.
It's okay. She's got other presents.
They were just here. They were right here. I just had them.
We'll just hide this till her birthday.
She's been wanting this for a long time. If I only had those instructions.
You looked in the box?
I looked in there.
Did you take everything out of it?
Oh, here they are.
I'll be home for Christmas. You can plan on me. Yeah.
Big turkey. Christmas means entertaining, and that means you could use a little help.
That's a big turkey.
Fortunately, everything you need for holiday entertaining is at your neighborhood home hardware. Give this unique GE hands-free cordless phone or this home stereo with 5-disc CD player.
Help is close to home. Coming home.
Good morning. It's 6:28 in our...
Well, it's rain, rain, and more.
I can't believe you're leaving me.
There's a left
The most sports. The most hockey.
They call him Fuko.
Endless movies. Over 100 channels of as much TV as you can handle. Bell Express View. Hardware available for as little as $12.49 a month. Weight loss not included.
Dan Gallagher in Coquitlam, BC for the Labatt Blues Shootout. This is Casey. 20 people going through their skills paces. 2 people will win. The person who actually wins gets $5,000. What are you going to do about that?
Gonna stop the pucks, hopefully.
You're going to stop the pucks, but don't you stop watching Labatt Blues Shootout here on Hockey Night in Canada.
Still have scoreboard Saturday, but on behalf of our technical production crews in Montreal, Toronto, all the best of the season to you. Wonder if Mark Crawford really chose Bourque because he was older Don Whitman. Don and Mark call the Canucks and the Predators.
Well, Ron, as Mark said after Wayne made that comment, he said, I wish I'd have thought of that and used that as an excuse and a reason for not using Wayne in the shootout. 2 former teammates and roommates at the University of Maine face each other tonight. Mike Dunham returns to the Nashville lineup after missing the last 6 games with a groin injury. And for the Canucks, Garth Snow makes his 18th consecutive start. The referee tonight is Lance Roberts, and he'll be working with Darren Gibbs and Randy Mitton. This is game 3 of the 4-game seasonal series between these 2 teams. The first game in Nashville was won by the Predators by a score of 5-4 on October the 27th. They met in Vancouver on November 7th, and Vancouver won 5-3 that evening. Mark Messier is out with Harry York and Marcus Naslund. Naslund leads the team in goals with 15. Messier has 10, and York, a new addition to the lineup, scored in his very first game against Anaheim. From the face-off, the puck is dumped into Vancouver territory. Snow, who is very active in goal for the Canucks, played it up along the boards. Ashmanev cut off a clearing attempt. Holden plays it around the boards. Barron flips it up on the right side. Messier racing after it. Bugner is back. In front for York. He scores! Harry York, his 2nd goal as a Canuck.
Well, John, this is exactly what the Vancouver Canucks wanted here tonight. A quick start against these slumping Nashville Predators. You see here Mark Messier, who cheats up through the neutral zone, gets the puck. He does a great job of feeding a streaking Harry York, going to the net with his stick on the ice. And that's something all young hockey players should learn to do. This is a great goal-scoring habit. When you're going to the net, have your stick on the ice. Great players like Mark Messier will put it on your stick, and Harry York, the recipient of a very fine pass, and his 2nd goal for the Vancouver Canucks.
36 seconds into the opening period, and I'm sure some people wonder how a guy like Harry York can't play elsewhere, but seems to have success with Mike Keenan.
Well, Mike Keenan is a coach that really plays a pressure style, Don, and that really suits Harry York. The other teams that he played with are much more controlled, and he didn't flourish in a system whereby there was a lot of structure, a lot of control. He's very, very well suited for Mike Keenan and Mike Keenan teams.
And of course, playing with Mark Messier doesn't hurt either.
It doesn't hurt one bit, Don.
In the neutral zone, Brashear plays it over on the wing. Zezel working in deep, throws it in front for Brashear, and he had his stick tied up by Barahowski. At the line, it's knocked out into the neutral zone. Brashear is back. He gets it to McCabe. McCabe is forced to circle back by Brunet. Flips it up along the boards, and J.J. Daigneault, an ex-Vancouver Canuck, 1993 Stanley Cup winner with the Montreal Canadiens, was there to knock it down. Bill McCall comes back. He's stopped as he tries to work his way through. McCall is the leading scorer among the rookies in the National Hockey League. 9 goals, 9 assists. Slipped along the boards by Hedican. Messier and Barron draw the assists on Harry York's second goal of the season at the 36-second mark, giving Vancouver a 1-0 lead. Vancouver trying to move ahead of Calgary in the battle for the final playoff position in the Western Conference. They trail the Flames by just a single point. The Flames coming home after a very successful road trip, 3-1-1.
Well, we'll get another look here at Messier's goal. As I said, he cheats through the neutral zone. This is a set play by Messier. Once he sees his team has possession of the puck, he gets his feet moving and heads through the neutral zone. You'll see him generate speed so many times during the game because he has very good instincts and because he does try to get out behind those defensemen quickly. And Harry York, great job, I said, having his stick on the ice. If he does that, he'll get a lot of passes like that from Mark Messier this year.
He probably thought his season was going to come to an end very early in his Vancouver career when he took a slash in the forearm from Rob Blake. Blake wound up, as a result, with a 3-game suspension. Here's a shot in the glove save off Denny Lambert, and Snow is out of the net to the line. Timonen cuts off the clearing try, and this time Snow hangs on for a face-off.
Well, this Nashville defense a little bit on their heels right now. They've been bolstered by the recent return of Joel Bouchard to their lineup. He leads the group in ice time with 22 minutes per game. Up front, Patrick Kjellberg has been very productive of late for these Nashville Predators. He's scored 5 goals, 11 points in his last 13 games. And he was a very, very good free agent signing for Barry Trotz and David Poile in the Nashville Predators this summer.
Trotz was saying that one of the big differences in coming from the American Hockey League to the NHL, you don't have as much quality practice time because of the travel schedule. So the AHL is basically a weekend league. You can practice during the middle of the week.
That's a big adjustment for coaches in the NHL, is just dealing with prioritizing what needs to be done because you really do have limited time in terms of resources and practice.
Staios chops it up along the boards and down into Nashville territory. Played off Walker out into the neutral zone. O'Coin is back after it. What a year O'Coin is having. He has 9 goals already. Played out into the neutral zone. Atchingham flips it over on the wing. Here's Walker. He shoots and he fires it high and wide. The ex-Vancouver Canuck with the first good scoring opportunity for the Predators. And as the puck is touched by Staios in the neutral zone, it's a 2-line pass. 16:56 left in the first. 1-0 the Canucks lead.
Introducing the 1999 Ford Windstar. The only minivan to earn a 5-star safety rating 5 years in a row.
Live on CBC, Hockey Night in Canada. Brought to you by Ford. For now, forever.
Matthias Olin started the season with 14 points in 14 games. Since then, his production has slowed, but he has 3 points in his last 5, and the Canucks will definitely need production from their defense, because if you take away these 3 forwards, their top producing goal scorers, the rest of the group has only 17 goals between them. The defense already has 18 this year.
Those 3 players who are highlighted have better than a third of the Canucks goals. Coming into this game, the Canucks had 80 as a team, and those 3 had 34. Turcotte in the corner, plays it back of the net. Olin up along the boards, but not out. Now it's Fitzgerald taking a whack at it. Snow comes out of his net. Plays it for Naslund, who tries to put it out the other way, and York is able to clear the zone. He finds Messier, but again, it's a 2-line pass.
Mike Keenan has been using his top guys a lot thus far here with the injuries he's got to Bertuzzi and to McGillney in the absence of Bure. He's really had to rely a lot on Messier, Naslund, and McCult. They played a tremendous amount of hockey for him. He talked about that this morning, about the burden that these players are carrying with the increased amount of ice time that they're getting. What he's done is he's allowed those players maybe not to practice quite as much. Messier in particular has gotten a lot of days off to aid his ailing back, and that's bench management. That's managing your players and making sure that they're ready to play the games.
Hedican forced back of his own net by Walker. Now he gets it up on the wing. Paul couldn't go anywhere with it. Here comes Walker, but he had problems controlling the puck. He had Hedican go to the corner. The puck is loose there, and it's picked up by Brashear. Brashear, who has 3 goals thus far this year, works his way across the center line. He's got a good shot, doesn't get an opportunity to unload. Back comes Atchinen. He dumps it down into the corner. Again, Snow comes out of his net to play it up along the boards for McCall. McCall for Zezel. Back to McCall. McCall working his way in, puts on the brakes, gets set, shoots, and fires it high and wide off the glass. Kjellberg couldn't get out against Zezel. He gets it across to McCall. He looked rink wide for Brashear. It was broken up. And Drake Barahowski settles it down ahead to Cliff Ronning. The ex-New Westminster Bruins star and former Canuck drops it off. Kjellberg shoots. Pad save. The loose puck is cleared to the corner. Picked up there by Brunet. Leaves it for Ronning. Back to Kjellberg. Kjellberg looks in front. It was deflected up along the boards. Picked up by Klatt. Klatt couldn't get out of the zone as he tried to come up the right side. Reverses things. Flipped up along the boards, and Kjellberg cuts off a clearing try. Now it's bounced off the glass. Knocked down there by Timonen. Timonen in only his 3rd game with the Predators. Lead pass for May. May gets it to Klatt. He shoots. Bad save. And the rebound is flipped over to the far boards. Klatt takes a whack at it. May couldn't get a shot away. Scatchard had his stick lifted. It's loose along the board. Kjellberg and Klatt continue to battle for it. May comes in to help out. May comes up with the puck. Plays it back of the net. Scatchard for Klatt. Klatt tied up behind the net by Kjellberg. May comes in to try and help. Puck finally comes free. Klatt couldn't center it. Loose in the corner and picked up by the Predators and moved out to the neutral zone. Predator forwards were tired. This was a long shift for them. They headed off to the bench on the chain. York along the boards. He takes a solid hit from Bugner, but manages to control the puck. Head for Naslund. Then across the line, he's checked. And the Predators' Fitzgerald plays it to the far wing to Krasov. For Lambert. Knocked away from him. Back at the point. Alasevic takes a swipe at it. Bordeleau bumped in against the boards as he plays it back of the net. Again, Snow out of the net to move it up in the wing. Kriva Krasov cuts off the clearing try. And after it goes Naslund. He whips it around the boards. Barron is there. Barron plays it high off the glass. York gets it at center ice. He fires it rink wide for Naslund. Drop pass for Messier. Back to Naslund. He shoots and fires wide. Bordeleau comes back. Plays it over on the far wing. Char tried to throw it in front of the net, and it slides to the goal, and it's covered up by Snow with 13:15 remaining in the first.
We're here in Coquitlam, BC, this week's location for the Labatt Blue Shootout. Hi, I'm Dan Gallagher. We have put 20 people through their skills competition. We put them through their paces, and these 2 people have survived. They'll be shooting 5 pucks each in tonight's shootout for a chance at $5,000 later on Hockey Night in Canada.
A penalty assessed against Murray Barron. And the first power play opportunity of the hockey game goes to the Nashville Predators. Their power play is number 26 in the NHL. They're last in the league on the road. They've only scored 3 goals away from home with the man advantage.
Having said that, they'll probably score right here, Don.
At the line, Timonen plays it back of the net. Brunet tied up by McCabe. The puck comes free. Backhand shot. Brunet gets the rebound. He gives it to Ronning. Kjellberg trying to take up position in front of the net. Ronning for Kjellberg. He shoots. It's blocked before it gets to the goal by McCabe. Timonen whips it across to Berehowski. He plays it in for Brunet, for Ronning to Kjellberg. Kjellberg tried to move out front, was stopped. At the point, it's Berehowski playing it back of the goal. Timonen pinches in from the point, and he's hit hard as the puck slides past him and back to neutral ice. Another penalty coming up against Vancouver. It's going to be a 2-man advantage for Nashville with still 1:05 remaining in the penalty to Barron. So a great opportunity for Nashville to get back on even terms.
Elegant gift wrapping says a lot about your gift, and it also says a lot about you. Now we're going to start with a textured foil. Even if you're all thumbs, wrapping like this is easy. Now I like to pre-cut the tape so I can just place it on the gift.
Pay as you go from Cantel AT&T. No monthly bill, no credit check, and no contract.
Here we have the final gift. Oh, of course, don't forget to remove the price tag before you start wrapping. I think this is beautifully wrapped, and I would be happy to see
Scatchard in the penalty box for the Vancouver Canucks. He was guilty of being a little bit over anxious. He gets the elbow up here against Timonen. Nashville, as Don said, last in the league or second last in the league in power play. They'll get a great opportunity here on the 5-on-3. One of the things that they're suffering from is they really don't have a quarterback for their power play, and it's been quarterbacked by committee.
Back to the line for Berehowski. He moves it across ice. Ronning moves in. Centering try is blocked, and the puck flipped off the boards and down the ice. Back-to-back elbowing calls against Barron and Scatchard, putting the Canucks down 2 for another 40 seconds.
They've got Cliff Ronning back here to try to get things going from the point. Berehowski is the other guy that they're using. He's got a good shot, but never been known as a great playmaker.
Ronning with a shot. It's blocked by McCabe, and the Canucks are successful in clearing. The Canucks lead the league in shorthanded goals with 10. Messier, who leads the league in shorthanded points with 7, was out there. He goes to the bench, and McCabe again with a clear, and Dunham has to come way out of his net to play it away from Harry York. Here's Brunet in front. Kjellberg for Kriva Krasov, and he scores. Beautiful passing play. A power play goal. The Canucks down 2. 5 seconds remaining in the Barron penalty, and we're tied at 1.
Well, Harry York is very guilty here of attacking up ice and getting caught. They're a 5-on-3, and he gets trapped and allows them to have the 3-on-2 opportunity. Really good passing here by Kjellberg to Kriva Krasov. Kriva Krasov, leading scorer for the Nashville Predators, and he makes no mistake here, throws it right low to the corner. Snow does not get his pad down. Real stand-up style there from Gar Snow, and you'll get scored on an awful lot if you don't take away the bottom of the net there. Kriva Krasov scoring a very nice goal.
With a 2-man advantage, he nets his 12th of the season. Still a minute remaining in the penalty to Scatchard. Gatchman had to let the puck go, or it would have been a 2-line pass. Back in Vancouver territory, it's picked up now by Bordeleau. He's knocked off the puck by Olin, and starting away is Barron. Barron plays it into the wing. McCult shoots, saved by Dunham. The Canucks, as I said, lead the league with 10 shorthanded goals, and Mark, they came close to getting their 11th.
Yeah, Their defense is very active as well. They jump up on the play even on the shorthanded situations, and you see even the likes of Murray Barron doing that. So he's gotten caught up in all the fun that the Vancouver team has killing penalties.
Back to McCabe. McCabe moves in. He shoots. Saved by Dunham. McCabe gets it again, trying to maneuver into position. Takes the backhand shot. It goes off Bordelot to the corner. Bouchard gets it there for Nashville. He leaves it back of the net for Bugner. Schellberg and Brunet drawing the assists on Kriva Krasov's goal. And now the Canucks are back at full strength. We're approaching the midpoint of the opening period in a 1-1 hockey game, the second half of your Hockey Night in Canada doubleheader. In the corner, it's Lambert, tied up by Messier. Lambert continues to battle. He pokes it behind the net. The Predators get it to the line and out. Going back after it is Jamie Huscroft. He's being pressured there by Lambert. He whips it around the boards for York, who deflects it out to center ice. Picked up there by Bopak. Two-line pass as Barahowski moved it ahead to Fitzgerald. 9:38 left in the period. Hockey Night in Canada, brought to you by Labatt Blue.
You got food? Check. Music? Check.
Crank it.
It is cranked. Beverages?
It's here.
Check.
The Labatt Holiday Pack. Ice, John Labatt Classic, Blue, and Blue Light. Plus a lottery ticket that may change your holiday party. It's the holiday party. No purchase necessary. Must be old enough to drink.
Cheers, Alfred.
Awesome party, gentlemen.
The Labatt Holiday Pack. It's at the beer store.
Tired of some stores' idea of fast free delivery? You deserve better. The Lighting Boutique has the very best products the appliance industry has to offer. Marvell has the perfect refrigerator for built-in convenience and superior performance. Wine grottos, beverage centers, ice makers, or beer tappers. Marvell has the perfect fridge for you. Professional power and beautiful style. The Elan Dual Fuel EuroPro range is packed with the quality features demanded by consumers of discriminating taste. See these and many other fine products at the Lighting Boutique. Courteous, professional, and fast free delivery.
Sergei Kriva-Krasov scores his 5th power play goal to lead the Nashville Predators in that department. And you see Harry York here, 5-on-3. He's taking way too big a chance, and he allows them up the ice on this rush. Real good passing play by Brunette to Schellberg, back to Kriva-Krasov, who makes no mistake, and a great shot to the low corner.
From the faceoff, Walker moves it ahead to Belicevic. He's tied up. Hedican takes it back in his own net. .24 left in this opening period. May gets to center. Flipped it to the line. Back of the net. Scatchard goes after it. Dropped back to neutral territory. Platt has to wait for Scatchard to get onside before he fires it back in. May cuts off a clearing attempt in front of the net, and Platt tried to redirect it, and it hit a Nashville defender. Atchingham dumps it in. The Predators make a change. This is the third meeting between these two teams. They'll play again in Nashville on the 19th of January. Each side has won a game, and they rank number 9 and 10 in the Western Conference overall standings.
And this is a big game for both clubs. Just because of those standings. Vancouver, this is their first game of 4 in a row of teams below them in the conference, and they want to get off to a great start. Nashville's been struggling. They're not playing with a great deal of confidence, and they'll need to get something going for them to get themselves back in the race. That is their goal, to try to make the playoffs.
8:21 remaining in the first. It's 1-1. Barry Trotz's Predators, Mike Keenan's Canucks.
Kind of reminds you of the last time you tried to use the internet, huh? You've got to get fast internet technology from Nortel Networks. It's more than 30 times faster than 28 modems. Visit our website and be faster to the net with the NHL and Nortel Networks, how the world shares ideas.
Tired of some store's idea of fast free delivery? You deserve better. The Lighting Boutique has the very best products the appliance industry has to offer. Marvell has the perfect refrigerator for built-in convenience and superior performance. Wine grottos, beverage centers, ice makers, or beer tappers. Marvell has the perfect fridge for you. Professional power and beautiful style. The Elan Dual Fuel EuroPro range is packed with the quality features demanded by consumers of discriminating taste. See these and many other fine products at the Lighting Boutique. Courteous, professional, and fast free delivery.
Brian Burke, the president and general manager, only has about 4 more hours before he has to remain doing nothing as far as Pavel Bure is concerned because of the Christmas non-trading deadline.
Yes, I'm sure he's got about 4 of his phones on the ready out there. He has stated that he won't make a trade unless it's good for the Vancouver Canucks. My own personal feeling is nothing will happen till the new year now.
Well, people are waiting for him to pull the trigger on a deal, but he says he'll only make it if it's good for the Canucks.
There's no law that says you have to help out. To put in an honest day's work and work up a callus or a blister from lending a helping hand. But to all of you whose nature it is to chip in, really put your back into it. Not for gratitude or glory, but just for a good, warm feeling inside. We'd like you to know we build every Ford truck to be there for the long haul and share the load till the work is done. Ford, for now, forever.
Take treaty. Go north.
We must speak with one thundering voice.
Big Bear begins January 3rd on CBC.
Play just underway, and a penalty coming up against J.J. Daigneault of Nashville, who took Ryan McCabe in hard against the boards as McCabe was coming up ice with the puck, and Daigneault drew some reaction from other Vancouver players. Here's where it happened.
Yeah, the Vancouver defense always gets up on the attack. J.J. Daigneault very, very guilty there of carrying his stick a little bit too high, and the referee, Lance Roberts, calls him for 2 minutes. He could call cross-checking, boarding, roughing. He could call any one of those calls on that one, Don. And the Vancouver Canuck power play, which has been very good this year, a big improvement for them. Last year they were 24th in this league. This year they're 7th. That's been a huge improvement for this Vancouver Canuck team.
Well, as you said, he had 3 choices. He called cross-checking on J.J. Daigneault. Here's Aucoin with the shot, and that goes off a skate and up into the crowd. The Canucks have been a little concerned about Aucoin not being able to unload that big shot from the point on the power play of late.
Well, ever since Garth Snow came on Hockey Night in Canada and told the rest of the league how great a shot this guy has, everybody's been playing him a little bit closer. When you score 9 goals in a season, that will happen to you, Don. Teams and coaching staffs know that they've got to take that threat away. He's got to learn to just get his shot through so that they can use their up-front guys to maybe get some tip-ins and some rebounds.
Well, he had a goal the other night in the 2-1 victory over Colorado. He has 9 on the season.
And that was exactly the case in that game. He just got the shot through it, went in off of the foot of the Vancouver defenseman, Greg DeVries.
And when you talk about Aucoin, the skills competition held by the Canucks last night saw Aucoin register the best shot in the team, 99.9 miles per hour. I think only Al McInnes has a harder shot in the league. He's registered just over 100.
Yeah, it's amazing how quickly he can get his shot away. He does take a fairly big windup, and that's one of the things that the coaching staff has been on him. Lessen up your windup, get the shot through, get it on the net. It's hard enough that it will be very difficult for goalies to control. And what you're after is not really scoring all the time from the point shot, but getting it through and creating a rebound where you can take advantage of your manpower advantage in front of the net.
Well, they had Aucoin poised back at the point, but the Nashville Predators gained control, and they were able to fire it down the ice. 1:20 remaining in the penalty to J.J. Daigneault in a 1-1 hockey game. Ahead for York. York lost control of it. Picked up by Olin. He's checked. York gets it back for the Canucks. York tries to go cross ice, and it's battled out of the air by Turcotte. Walker knocked it away from McCoy, and in the process put himself offside.
There's Scott Walker. When he started in this Vancouver Canuck organization, he was a defenseman. He had a great junior career in Owen Sound for the Owen Sound Platers, playing alongside Andrew Burnett. But Harry York is a guy that's gotten new life here in Vancouver. He won't be on the power play if he tries to make passes like that. You've got to make stick-to-stick passes in the NHL. Mike Keenan's giving him a great opportunity already here, Don. We've seen him in a penalty-killing situation, on a power play situation. He's getting more ice time here with Mike Keenan, but he's got to make smart plays if he wants to continue to stay in his good books.
Well, he made a smart play in the first minute of the hockey game, deflecting a Mark Messier centering pass at 36 seconds for a 1-0 Vancouver lead. McCall takes a solid hit from Buchner as he got to the blue line. Hedeka tries to set things up as he moves it back to McCabe. He drives it in. The big rebound. Brashear kicks to the corner to McCall. Back to Brashear. Brashear tried to center it. It was knocked down to the line. Not out. McCabe couldn't shoot it towards the net. He plays it back to the goal. Fullback can't clear. Brashear in the corner, looking for Zezel. It goes off the skates, and Bordelot will flip it down the ice, and McCabe is forced to retreat with 17 seconds remaining in the power play. Etikin lost control of it. Now Berehowski takes his time before firing it down the ice as he watches the clock wind down on the penalty to Daigneault. Daigneault prepared to step back in the ice. Nashville at full strength. Dunham leaves it at the side of the net. He did not play when the two teams met here in Vancouver on November 7th. O'Goon was in goal for the Nashville Predators, his first National Hockey League start. He's the backup tonight. He was a little shaky in that debut in the NHL.
Yeah, I think that they probably would have won had Dunham played in that particular game. He was very hot at that time. And when he plays well, he gives this team a very good opportunity to win the games. They're 500 with him in the net.
Bouchard gets to the line despite being pestered by Klatt. Ronning chases it into the corner. Barron will get there ahead of him and touches it for an icing call with 4:50 remaining in the first in a 1-1 game.
The Cole Clinic for hair transplants.
I couldn't see the clock from in the bedroom.
Real people talk about their LASIK refractive correction procedure.
So I was nervous, yeah. I didn't exactly know what to expect. But it was 10 minutes and it was done. And Saturday morning, my daughter came running in the room and she was like, "Hi, Mommy," you know, and I could see her beautiful smile just running at me. It was the best.
The Windsor Laser Eye Institute can change your life. Phone 1-800-663-IC.
Huge change. Just the freedom.
Now the opposing goaltenders tonight, Mike Dunham and Garth Snow, were teammates and roommates at the University of Maine, national champions, and they had a kid who could score some goals up front.
Yeah, the Paul Correa guy, that was an interesting year. Neither one of them ever started back-to-back till the very end of the season. They only lost one game, and neither one would tell me who was in the net for the loss.
Along the boards, Cook goes in after it. Huscroft from the point for Cook, back of the net. Cook for McAllister. Cook again comes up with it. He centers it, and Stayos couldn't get a shot away. Now Lambert for Krivo-Krasov. He has the Nashville goal. He tried to drop it off for Lambert. Picked up by Bordelot. He only got partial wood on it. It goes back of the net. Berehowski had gone in deep, and he tried to throw it out front. Actually, it almost looked as though he was trying to bank it in off Garth Snow, who was down. Now it's Turcotte going into the corner, and we've got a scrap. McAllister and Lambert going at it. McAllister gets his right hand free. Lambert trying to tie him up. And now Lambert throws a pretty good right hand.
Well, there's a height differential here, 6'7" to, I believe, 5'10". Well, that's a lot of inches to be giving up. The reach advantage for McAllister is just tremendous. He had a great bout against Scott Parker in the Colorado Avalanche the other night, so he's obviously fighting with a lot of confidence. You got to give Denny Lambert a great deal of credit. Anybody who can stand in there against a big giant of a man like Chris McAllister deserves a lot of credit.
5'11", 200 pounds, Lambert, 6'7", 225, McAllister, and as you said, a definite height advantage.
There are a couple of warriors for sure. Vancouver plays a very, very tough, aggressive style. You'll see all their players try to get a piece of someone. Jamie Huscroft playing very physically in front of the net. He clears the front of the net, and he also plays finishing the body check. That's Mike Keenan's style to a T. They want to play a very aggressive forechecking style and take the body all over the ice.
Huscroft had not dressed for 6 games. He was a healthy scratch before he returned to the lineup for the 2-1 win over Colorado. Drop pass for Naslund. Naslund for May, and he makes it a 2-1 game.
Well, you talk about a piano getting taken off of someone's back. That was a grand piano coming off the back of Brad May. Big goal, excellent pass by Marcus Naslund on a 3-way scoring play. They got a little bit of a fight going on here now. Dunham taking exception to Brad May. Brad May, a very feisty character. And this is going to break out into something.
Well, we're going to have the 2 goaltenders, it looks like, going after each other.
They're the
teammates and roommates are scrapping now, Snow and Dunham.
I think they've done this in college before, maybe in the room.
Snow came all the way down the ice when this started.
Mike, settle down. Settle down. You can hear the referee, Lance Roberts, telling them to settle down. I'm not sure if if both of them are laughing quite a bit right there. I'm sure they are. Garth Snow's the competitor. He's not going to let his Ruby and buddy Mike Dunham get the best of him in this category. He's a very feisty guy and came all the way down the ice. It'll be interesting to see what Lance Roberts calls here. We did have a great goal at the start of this.
Well, a nice passing play. Messier to Naslund to May. And then May was in the crease after the goal had been scored and was doing some celebrating, and pushing and shoving took place. The second of the year for May, with Messier and Naslund assisting at 16:09.
Well, it was a great rushing scoring chance. Vancouver moves the puck well, and this is what happens when your defense joins the attack. It was a real good headman pass to Messier. Naslund freezes the goalie and dishes it off to May, who's had a terrible drought this year. He missed an open net the other night in Anaheim. Didn't think he'd ever score again, and this, as I said, is like a piano coming off of his back, the weight of a piano coming off his back.
Well, his only other goal, October the 17th against the Toronto Maple Leafs. So it has been a while between goals for Brad May, and he got involved in the altercation immediately after, and we await the penalties to be assessed by referee Lance Roberts. Dunham is smiling as he looks down the ice at Garth Snow. You see that Snow is also smiling behind the mask. Now, what do you suppose they're saying? Are they saying, well, we won't throw any punches, but let's just push and shove a little here?
I just like the way that they grab the mask. They're going to do a little headbutt here. And they're trying to rip each other's man. They know how to hurt each other in a goaltender fight. You just try and wrap the other guy's neck and try to pull for as much as you can with that one. That's one of the funnier things that I've seen, and I'm sure that those 2 guys will get a great laugh out of this in the offseason. Who won it, John?
I don't think either guy won that one.
Marcus Naslund. And number 11, Mark Messier. 16:09. May his second of the season from Naslund.
Well, Messier, the captain, has picked up 2 assists in tonight's game. Set up the first by Harry York, and started the play to Naslund to May to make it a 2-1 hockey game.
Well, referee Lance Roberts is sorting out the calls right now. He's giving his explanation to coach Mike Keenan. Mike Keenan visibly upset with the call, so we can only wait and listen to exactly what the call was.
Messier with the 2 assists now has 1,644 career points. Number 4 all-time behind Gretzky, Howe, and Marcel Dion. At the end of the game tonight, when Ron McLean talked to Wayne Gretzky's, how much longer are you going to play? And Wayne said, well, I really enjoy playing, and as long as I still love the game, I'll continue to play. I think the same would apply to his former teammate Mark Messier. He still really seems to enjoy the game.
I said earlier this year that I thought if anybody was ever going to break Gordie Howe's record for games played, it probably would be Mark Messier. He's a big, powerful guy. He's still a great skater, and when you have those assets and you're able to have the good conditioning habits that Mark Messier has, then that really gives you an opportunity to play for a long time. He's going to need to play about 5 more years if he's going to do that, but I think he's capable of it. I would think both of them will play to their 40s.
Well, he has never missed a game as a Vancouver Canuck, and Mike Keenan was saying that one of the reasons that Messier is playing so much better this year is that he is in much better shape.
Yeah, Kelly Hrudey had talked to a number of the Vancouver players, and he had stated earlier this year about how Mark Messier apologized to the team. And I think one of the big things that Mark did this year was he realized how tough the travel is in the Western Conference. It's so much tougher in the Western Conference than it is in the Eastern Conference. And I think it caught him a little bit by surprise last year. You know, he had all those years in Edmonton, but he was a younger Mark Messier when he was in Edmonton. And as you get older, the travel tends to wear on you a little bit more. And this year he did improve his conditioning, and that's showing itself on the scoreboard. He's the leading scorer for the Canucks. He's up in the league leaders in a lot of categories, and obviously this year he's been so important to them, especially with the absence of Bure, McGillney, and Bertuzzi, who have been doing a lot of scoring for the Canucks in the past.
Well, the penalties that were assessed, Barron and Bugner each draw 5 minutes for fighting. Dunham and Snow, 2 minutes for roughing, and 2 minutes for leaving the crease.
I think that's a pretty good call by Lance Roberts. He keeps both goaltenders in the game. It's even up. I don't know why Mike was so mad. Leave it to me to try to get into the mind of Mike Keenan.
Well, as a coach, you might be able to figure it out, but I don't know what the problem was, but Keenan was upset with something. Perhaps he didn't feel that his team should have been assessed the penalty there. Walker fires it on the right side for Bordeleau, offside. 3:32 the time remaining in this opening period. And tomorrow, a special Sunday night edition of Hockey Night in Canada. Mike Modano and the Dallas Stars will face Sean McEachran and the Ottawa Senators. That's tomorrow afternoon, beginning at 2 Eastern Time, on the one and only Hockey Night in Canada. 3:30 remaining in the first. 2-1 the Canucks lead. Olin gets it across to Messier. Messier avoids a check, fires it in with Naslund racing after it. Timonen gets there first, and Timonen is able to fire at the length of the ice. Back after it goes McCabe, icing against Nashville with 3:09 remaining in this opening period.
Well, Cliff Ronning has been a real welcome addition for these Nashville Predators since coming across to the Predators from the Phoenix Coyotes. His ice time has increased dramatically. Of course, in Phoenix, you know, you're playing behind the likes of Roenick and all the good young centers that they have. Here, he's the go-to guy now on the power play. With Greg Johnson being out of the lineup, they've called upon Cliff Ronning to play the power play all the time, to be the setup man, and he's responded very well. He's a Group 5 free agent at the end of the year, and they'll have to make a decision very quickly on whether or not they'll try to re-sign him or allow him to go to the free agent market.
Now, Phoenix made the deal with Nashville on the 31st of October. Only his third game of the year when Nashville made the trip here, or with Nashville, when Nashville made the trip here to Vancouver on November the 7th. And of course, with Vancouver in the 92-93 season, Ronning had 85 points. And they're looking for big production from Ronning in Nashville, relying on his experience and his ability to move the puck and make plays in the offensive zone.
You know, he's scored 20 goals 7 times in the National Hockey League. Anybody that can do that, if he can do that this year, that would be a home run for the Nashville Predators.
Well, now with 2:28 remaining in the first with an update, here's Steve.
Thank you, Don. We head south to the Shark Tank in San Jose, where Dave Rowley gets his 3rd of the season, and that gives the San Jose Sharks a 1-0 lead over the Colorado Avalanche. Play in the first period down south.
And next Saturday, we'll see the San Jose Sharks against the Vancouver Canucks on Hockey Night in Canada. Peter Zezel goes to the boards after the puck from the face-off. He continues to battle, finding it's knocked out to neutral ice. And the battle continues along the boards before it comes free for Shelberg. Neat pass to Ronning. And Ronning put himself offside as he made that extra move at the blue line.
Yeah, it's those extra moves that you make at the blue line that throw everybody offside. So much of the attack now is diagonal as you get to the blue line. Cliff Ronning is very good at coming up, stopping up as he gets over the blue line and cutting across. But here he was a little guilty of throwing his line mates offside by making the move at the blue line, not getting over, gaining the blue line quickly.
Coaching staff saying that Ronning has been their best player almost since the time he arrived in Nashville. Here's Brashear throwing it right wide for McCult. McCult leaves it there for Olin. He takes it in deep. Olin back of the net, looking for some help, goes to the point. McCult lets the shot go. He was looking for a deflection in front as he fired it wide. Brashear in the corner. Berehowski trying to tie him up. Brashear continues the battle and moves the puck, gets it to York. York now looks back to the point. Olin couldn't get a shot away. Olin goes in deep. York along the boards as well, trying to get it free. York pokes it behind the net for McCall. McCall. He's checked. Timonen kicks it up to the line, and it gets past McKay. Olin takes it back into his own zone as we have 1:08 remaining in this opening period. The Vancouver Canucks leading by a score of 2-1. Brad May with the go-ahead goal. And now exactly 1 minute remaining with the face-off taking place back in the Vancouver zone.
There's Drake Berehowski, and he's the biggest of the Nashville defensemen. He's 6'2", 215 pounds. They got him because they knew they needed some size. If he can ever get his scoring touch that he had in junior hockey, then he's gonna be a very, very big addition for this club. He scored some big goals last year in Edmonton, none bigger than this one, to knock off the Colorado Avalanche in Game 6 to give them a 2-0 lead.
I thought you might remember that one.
Very, very unfondly.
Turcotte with a shot, and that's kicked out by Snow. Kriva Krasov tried to move it along the boards, intercepted by Naslund. Naslund comes back with Brashear, and apparently he didn't manage to stay onside as he was trying to straddle the blue line. 38.7 seconds remaining. We talked earlier, Mark, about the lack of a quarterback on the power play, somebody to really set things up. Berehowski is on the power play, but he's only scored 7 goals in the National Hockey League, and last year only had 1 during the regular season for Edmonton.
Yeah, you know, he product of the North Bay Centennials, as was Darren Turcotte. They have 3 North Bay Centennial players on their team, and you're absolutely right, Don. They need a defenseman who can move the puck and create something. Drake Berehowski is a guy that has some of those abilities, but he needs to take it up another step. They're getting a lot of opportunity to play early in the season for the Nashville Predators.
Olin takes the pass from Messier, puts on the brakes at the line, tried to feather it through to Naslund. It was beyond his reach. Kriva Krasov has it now for Nashville. 14 seconds remaining in this opening period. Turcotte chops it up along the boards. Fitzgerald, the captain, goes after it. Fitzgerald puts on the brakes, looks for some help. but the Predators were in the process of making a line change. Holden with the long shot on Dunham just as the horn sounds to end the opening period. An opening goal by Harry York, and then the go-ahead goal by Brad May. Around a goal by Kriva Krasov. It's 2-1 Vancouver after 20 minutes.
People often ask, what's the real Bill Shatner like? I tell them, find out with Web TV. You could watch one of my many shows and be on the internet at the same time. Looking up websites about Shatner, the author, Willie the Cowboy.
Sharpen tools. The Wizard has 25% more torque.
Soon your TV will have over 500 channels. Almost enough to show you everything the Wizard can do. The Wizard, built by Black & Decker.
Have you heard? Hobby's most wanted hamburger, the Texan, is back in town.
Minutes of play between the Vancouver Canucks and the Nashville Predators, and the Canucks are leading by a score of 2-1. Mark Messier setting up both goals for Vancouver, coming off a big win over the Colorado Avalanche here at GM Place the other night, and they follow it up with a 2-1 lead after one period of play here at GM Place against the Nashville Predators, a team that they've met twice so far this season, and the two clubs have split the series. They're playing their third game here. Bill McCult, we are waiting to join us, and Bill, a lot of players have had difficulty making that jump from college hockey in the United States to the NHL. You haven't. What's been your secret?
Well, I think it was a good 4 years at the University of Michigan with Coach Red Berenson. Then once the summer began, working with our strength and conditioning coach here, Peter Twist, for 8 weeks, put some long hours in, and that really helped. And then once I got to camp, and Mike Keenan's really been a big help for me, taking the time to explain things and helping me out.
There's been talk of Rookie of the Year honors. Are you even thinking about it?
No, it's team, and the most important thing is we get the job done every night and get into the playoffs here this spring.
Bill, congratulations on a super season so far.
My pleasure, thanks.
The Canucks rookie Bill McCall coming up next on Hockey Night in Canada, the Labatt Blue Shootout. Dan Gallagher is in Coquitlam, just up the road from GM Place in Vancouver. After one period of play, the Canucks leading 2-1.
A Charles Dickens classic.
It's about money. It's about murder.
That sounds interesting. A brilliant three-part miniseries, Our Mutual Friend, begins Monday at 8 on CBC. The year was 1875.
All Indians must go north.
One Cree chief had a vision of a just future for his people.
We must speak with one thundering voice.
A legendary hero.
I will not live with a rope around my neck.
An untold chapter of Canadian history comes to the screen.
This land was my life. You have taken our inheritance, our strength.
Big Bear, a two-part miniseries, January 3rd and 4th on CBC. A secret revealed.
That baby she's carrying will never bear the Murray name.
A father's wrath.
I'll teach you!
A crime of passion.
I saw murder.
Emily of New Moon, Sunday at 7 on CBC.
It's a Wind River weather fleece jacket for men and women from Marks. For $69.99, it sure has a lot to say. It says, I want you to be warm and cozy. It says, I know you're smart enough to appreciate a premium pill-resistant fleece. And it says, I don't want you gaining 300 pounds when we go out together. Now this is a gift.
Now during your Metro Detroit Ford dealers Ranger No Down Payment Days, lease Ranger XLT for just $189 a month with no down payment, or get $1,000 cash back or 1-9 financing when you buy. Ranger XLT comes loaded with all these great features. The choice is yours. No down payment and $189 a month or 1-9 financing.
31 Metro Detroit Ford dealers. Think Ford first.
The holidays never sounded so good. Join Placido Domingo and his special guests for an evening of traditional and spiritual songs. Christmas in Vienna, Wednesday at 7 on CBC Television.
Shootout.
Welcome to the Labatt Blue Shootout. Brought to you by Labatt Blue. Shootout.
The mighty Fraser River, the river that links so much of British Columbia, still a highway for log booms. And framed by the beautiful coastal mountains, the city of Coquitlam, as seen from Westwood Plateau, is one of the fastest growing communities in the Lower Mainland. On to Planet Ice and the Labatt Blue Shootout. I'm Dan Gallagher. We've been having a great time here in Coquitlam, BC. 20 people going through skills competition and 2 people battling out for $5,000, and here they are. Larry Wassel from Vancouver works at the Marine Drive Golf Club, wants to be a golf pro, plays defense in an adult league here in Burnaby. Dean McClash from Coquitlam plays pickup hockey here at Planet Ice. He plays all positions. And the person who plays the most important position for me, my goaltender, let's hear it for Casey out there. Casey, in the Celebrity Challenge, you were amazing. You stoned them. Last week, you put us in overtime. How are you feeling tonight in Coquitlam?
I feel good. I'm really excited about it. It's going to be good.
All right, Blue's the home team. White will shoot first. As he comes down the ice, he's like, oh, he scores. He goes between Casey's legs. It's 1-0. Your first shot. Take it away. As Dean picks up the puck, he goes across the line. He's saying, Casey. Oh, he misses! All right, Larry, it's your second shot. You're up by 1. Take it away. Here comes Larry. He's got some serious, he's got his game face on. He's already got 1 past Casey. He denied! Dean, you're trailing by 1. It's your second shot. Take it away. Here comes Dean with the puck. He's taking a look at Casey. Where's he going with it? He digs her out. He misses! Larry, it's your third shot. You're still up by 1. Take it away. Here comes Larry. He's up by 1. He's got 1 goal past Casey. Where's he going with this one? He is nowhere! All right, Dean, it's still 1-0. You trail by 1. This is your third shot. Take it away, Dean. Our hometown boy, Dean, goes past the line. He takes a wide shot. He gets a goal! Larry Wassel, you get an interesting job. What is it?
I work at a private golf club. I'm in training to be a golf pro.
Bit of a fantasy here. This is sort of like being on the PGA Tour, isn't it?
Probably a little less nerve-wracking. I don't think I could sink those 5-footers in the Masters like some of those guys do.
Dean McClash, you are the local boy from Coquitlam.
This is me.
I understand you play a little pickup hockey, all positions?
Oh, as much as possible, all positions, goalie, defense, whatever you need, I'm there for you. I'm your man.
How do you feel? You're on the big game tonight.
Oh, I feel pretty good, I must say.
Good luck to you.
Thanks, Myron.
All right, Larry, it's your fourth shot. Tied at 1. Take it away. Here he comes. They both got 1 goal. This is his fourth shot. He cannot do it. All right, Dean's fourth shot. Tied at 1. Take it away. Once again, Dean's got the puck. They're tied at 1. Where's he going? He's going nowhere. Nowhere. Great save. Great save. All right, Larry, you're tied at 1. It's your 5th shot. If you score, you're going to put a lot of pressure on Dean. Take it away, man. Here he comes in. They're tied at 1. This is his last time at the goal. Is he going anywhere? No! No! Terrific save! Terrific save! It's pounding.
Oh, it's pounding, babies.
You realize $5,000 rides on this. You're tied at 1. If you score, you're going to win. Lots of pressure. Take it away. He's coming in. If he scores here, he's $5,000 richer. No goal! All right, Larry, tied at 1. We're in overtime. Take it away. As Larry picks up the puck, we're in overtime here in the shootout, and he got no goal. No goal. A lot of pressure here, man. He missed his shot in overtime. If you score this goal, $5,000 is yours. Hometown crowd, take it away. Here he comes. He scores! Dean!
Danny!
All right, Danny. How you feeling?
Beautiful. Love to do it all over again.
All right, $5,000.
Yes, beauty.
And how was your one chance here on television for Hockey Night Canada?
Oh, I'll be back on television. I'll tell you that right now.
Any plans for the cash?
Oh, yeah. I don't even know now.
He's too excited to talk. Thank you, Dean. Hey, another week of overtime. You are killing me.
That was great.
You are killing me.
I'm sorry, Dan.
How you feeling?
I feel good.
All right, where are we going next week?
We are going to Thunder Bay, Ontario.
Going to Lakehead. In the meantime, we're going back down the road with more Hockey Night in Canada.
Mark Messier sets the goals up. York and May pull the trigger. It's 2-1 Vancouver after 1.
It's that time of year when the future looks bright. Everything you hear seems to say Merry Christmas. This is a special Christmas card from the management and staff of Raymax Construction Limited. May your blessings be many. May your troubles be few.
Windsor wakes up to Morning Watch with Paul Dacey. Weekday mornings 6 to 9 on CBC Radio 1. Then, this morning, takes Windsor coast to coast with Everett Benoit.
Michael Enright.
What do you want? And Michael Enright. Canada's Voices, 9 to noon. Your city, your country, your morning covered. CBC Radio 1, 1550. News and more.
Honey?
Mm-hmm.
You know how we were just going to have a quiet Christmas with the kids?
Yeah.
Well, you know that guy Jim who works in my group? I told you about him. Really a nice guy?
Yeah.
Well, he's all alone here and he doesn't have the money to go home.
And you invited him to spend Christmas with us.
Do you mind?
Of course I don't mind.
I love you. You know that?
The best presents are the ones that can't be wrapped.
Yuletide carols, gift-giving, good friends, and family get-togethers. There's no time like the Christmas season. The families of Windsor Laser Eye Institute extend their best wishes to all of you this holiday season. May all your New Year's dreams come true.
A Charles Dickens classic.
It's about money.
As I can't beg, borrow, or steal it, I must marry it.
It's about murder.
This time I will leave nothing left unsaid.
Your destiny is downfall.
CBC brings you the best of the world.
That sounds interesting.
A brilliant 3-part miniseries, Our Mutual Friend, begins Monday at 8 on CBC.
CBC News with Noreen Burgin.
Good evening. U.S. President Bill Clinton has been impeached. The House of Representatives voted today to charge him with obstruction of justice and lying under oath about his affair with Monica Lewinsky. It's only the second presidential impeachment in American history, and it puts Clinton's political future in the hands of the U.S. Senate. Anna Maria Tremonti reports.
The yeas are 228, the nays are 206. Article 1 is adopted.
It was a series of votes that will put them all in the history books. William Jefferson Clinton, the 42nd President of the United States, impeached by the House of Representatives. A few hours later, most of his Democratic caucus, still reeling from a vote they could not stop, assembled on the White House lawn in a defiant show of support. Clinton, with his wife Hillary, and seeming strained behind the smiles, made it clear he would not resign. Instead, he said he'd continue to work for the American people.
It's what I've tried to do for 6 years. It's what I intend to do for 2 more, until the last hour of the last day of my term.
Clinton's only reference to the vote was oblique.
We must get rid of the poisonous venom of excessive partisanship, obsessive animosity, and uncontrolled anger.
The House will be in order.
The day began with a dramatic twist. Republican Speaker-designate Robert Livingston resigned his seat in anticipation of the publication of details of several adulterous affairs. It ended with the House deeply divided in a scene no American has witnessed since 1868 and the impeachment trial of Andrew Johnson. This does not mean the Senate will automatically hold a trial or convict the president. But Bill Clinton and his White House officials know they have no guarantees at this point, and they are said to fear those critics who will raise the question of whether a president so enmeshed in the impeachment process can still govern effectively. Anna Maria Tremonti, CBC News, Washington.
Through all this, Clinton has insisted he'll concentrate on doing his job. And just hours after he was impeached, he gave an order as commander-in-chief. He called off the attacks on Iraq.
I'm confident we have achieved our mission. We have inflicted significant damage on Saddam's weapons of mass destruction programs.
U.S. and British forces carried out strikes on Baghdad for 4 days, and both countries say they're ready to act again at a moment's notice. And that's a brief look at what's making news today. For CBC News, I'm Noreen Virgin. Thank you for watching. Good night.
I can't do anything without the instructions. Nothing.
It's okay. She's got other presents.
They were just here. They were right here. I just had them.
We'll just hide this till her birthday.
She's been wanting this for a long time. If I only had those instructions.
You looked in the box?
I looked in there.
Did you take everything out of it?
Oh, here they are.
Introducing the 1999 Ford Windstar. The only minivan to earn a 5-star safety rating 5 years in a row.
Live on CBC, Hockey Night in Canada. Brought to you by Ford. For now, forever.
Welcome back to GM Place in Vancouver, where after one period of play, the Canucks are leading the Nashville Predators by a score of 2-1. A little south of here, where hopefully it's a little warmer, the Shark Tank in San Jose. Joe Murphy gets his 7th of the year. Ricci sets him up, and the San Jose Sharks take a 2-0 lead over the Colorado Rockies late in the first period in San Jose. It's been a problem for the Vancouver Canucks all season, dumb penalties, and we saw that in the first period, Kelly.
Yeah, that's the only time they really get in a lot of trouble. At least tonight they have, the only time Nashville's had any scoring chances were in the penalties that Vancouver took, and particularly, you can't take 2 in a row. And Vancouver, the way Mike Keenan coaches, he likes to use a short bench anyways, and in special team situations, he likes to use his best players. So if you're killing penalties and they're all your best players, they get tired, and then the other team gets all the scoring chances.
If you were a coach watching tonight's game, puck movement on that second goal, absolutely perfect for Vancouver.
It was a thing of beauty, but it doesn't start because the great skill level of these guys. It's because practice. That's how they practice. They have good puck movement practices, lots of speed drills, and they even do it in the morning of a game so that they're thinking this the whole time.
Okay. Now let's go up to the booth and join Don Whitman and Mark Crawford.
This is the scoring summary of the opening period at 36 seconds. Harry York made it a 1-0 game. And then Krivo Krasov on that 2-man advantage tied it before Brad May with his 2nd of the year put the Vancouver Canucks ahead 2-1 after 20 minutes.
Well, here's the first goal. Mark Messier streaking down the side, put a puck right on the stick of Harry York. He's not going to score many easier goals. Real good passing play on the power play. Krivo Krasov finishing it off. And then finally, Naslund freezing the goaltender Dunham, and Brad May scoring his 2nd goal of the season.
And the second period underway with Naslund going after the puck in the corner. Messier is tied up. The puck comes free and the Predators start out. Vopat moves it across to Fitzgerald for Krivo Krasov. He runs into a check from Oland at the blue line, and in the process, the Predators are offside. Now let's go downstairs, and during the intermission, Steve Armitage had an opportunity to talk to Nashville assistant coach Paul Gardner.
Paul Gardner, Nashville's assistant coach, is with me now. Paul, a quick comment on that first period here in Vancouver.
Well, we can't let Mark Messier rush the puck like we did. We got caught a couple times, and Mess is too good a player. He made a couple good plays, and we're behind the 8 ball. We did some other good things and battled on the power play and got one, but again, Mark Messier is too good to let him freewheel like that.
Garth Snow, Mike Dunham, who would have thought? These guys are former roommates.
I'd have loved to have heard that conversation between the two of them back there, but I'm sure there wasn't going to be a whole lot of punches thrown and everything, but they're just sticking up for their team like they're expected to do.
Well, they did stick up for their teammates, and nothing really serious happened. Oh! As Oland tried to move the puck, Snow out of the net. Here's Fitzgerald now with a shot. Oland almost put it in his own goal. Woo. Fires it in. It's left for Olin. And Olin this time will use the boards looking for May. May rink wide. A pass intended for Naslund, intercepted. Now here's Ronning shooting, and Snow had some problems with it, but with the Nashville player Kjellberg right on the doorstep, he decided to pounce on it.
Well, there's Matthias Olin. He's apologizing to Garth Snow here. Garth Snow's had a tough enough time trying to deal with the Nashville Predators. But here, Matthias Olin is guilty of throwing the puck right at Snow. A little bit of confusion ensues for the Canucks, and Tom Fitzgerald gets a great scoring chance alone in the front of the net. Right here, there's the confusion. He tries to throw the puck up the middle, hits Snow in the pad, and almost goes into the net.
Volpat's long shot doesn't get through. Bashir goes to the boards. He'll clear the zone. York flips it down the ice. Mike Keenan has juggled his lines, moving York onto the unit with Brashear and McCult. And Brad May is working now on the #1 unit with Messier and Naslund. York started off with Messier and Naslund, and it produced the opening goal of the hockey game just 36 seconds in. Brashear now breaks away for McCall. Coming down the right side, he looks for the trailer. Hedican, the pass bounced away from him. McCoy lets it go, and Dunham made the save. Then he takes one away from Hedican. Now it's Brashear playing it back of the net for McCall. McCall couldn't work out front. He's checked there by Daigneault. Around the boards for Brunet. Brunet gets up to the blue line, ahead for Kjellberg. He's stopped there. Hedican brings it back, looking to lead Brashear into the Nashville zone, but it was beyond his reach. 17:34 remaining in the second period. Icing call against Nashville.
Well, the Canucks defense has been very active. They got a couple of chances right there on their defense, joining the attack and forcing the Nashville people to go deep. Brian McCabe led all Canuck defensemen in ice time. He's all over the ice tonight, blocking shots, does it on a couple of occasions in the first period, helping out his goaltender by getting in front of the shots. As I said, he's all over the ice, and right here he's all over the boards as J.J. Daigneault hits him with an illegal check in the first period. He had over 10 minutes and 40 seconds of ice time in the first period.
McCabe has it again. McCabe backhand shot, and that deflected into the glove of Dunham.
Well, this is just a great reflex reaction by Mike Dunham. McCabe has gotten the shot through, and that's exactly what he's instructed to do, get the shot through. The puck gets deflected in front of the net. Dunham very quickly spots it and catches it.
And since we last saw McCabe on Hockey Night in Canada, he obviously has had a haircut. The long locks are gone. Scatchard back to O'Coin. Over to McCabe. His shot deflects and goes wide. The Canucks applying some pressure, and Berehowski is going to go to the penalty box. And it will be a man advantage for the Vancouver Canucks. It looks as though Berehowski is going off with a cross-checking infraction.
All right, guys,
Oh, right,
eat up.
McDonald! Hockey card! I got Wayne Gretzky. I saw him score 12 goals once.
I know Gretzky, you know.
Yeah, right, Coach.
Upper Deck Hockey Cards are back at McDonald's, featuring new laser-etched cards and 5 great subsets, including rookies, goalies, and all-stars. You can also win one of thousands of great prizes. Only 69 cents when you buy any size fries.
Thanks, pal. I owe you.
Hey, guys. How's lunch?
That's it.
Well, Drake Berehowski obviously very upset. Referee Lance Roberts has called a 5-minute cross-checking major to Berehowski. Get a chance to see it right here. He does come up very high with the stick.
Takes Scatchard into the boards, and Scatchard hit the glass hard with his face, and Berehowski draws a 5-minute cross-checking major. So a huge advantage here for the Vancouver Canucks.
happen out of the blue. Labatt Blue.
Good morning. It's 6:28 in our...
Well, it's rain, rain, and more.
I can't believe you're leaving me.
There's a left jab.
The most sports. The most hockey.
They call him Foucault.
Endless movies. Over 100 channels of as much TV as you can handle. Bell Express View. Hardware available for as little as $12.49 a month. Weight loss not included.
Barry Trotz is more than a little upset. He's lost the services of his best defenseman thus far tonight, the one that's had the most minutes of ice time, Drake Barahowski. Very, very questionable major penalty there. A lot of games that wouldn't even be a minor.
5-minute major in a game misconduct for Barahowski. He logged 10 minutes and 30 seconds of first period ice time. Messier feeds the point. Olin for O'Coin. He shoots, knocked down in front. O'Coin is checked at the line. Bordeleau winds up and his shot goes off Olin to the corner. 5-minute power play for the Vancouver Canucks as Olin lugs it up ice. He puts on the brakes. Feeds it ahead to Naslund, but way offside was Messier. You know, we talked about the 15 goals that Marcus Naslund has scored this season. If Pavel Bure was here and Alexander McGillney hadn't been injured, he certainly wouldn't have the ice time he's received this year.
Well, you know, there was a lot of talk early in the season about Marcus Naslund getting traded. I can tell you right now, he's one of the most coveted players that Brian Burke and Mike Keenan has here with these Canucks. He's performed very well, 15 goals so far this season from both sides of the ice, and he's playing with such confidence, really taking advantage of the increased ice time with those injuries and with Bure's holdout.
Here's Messier flipping it off in the wing to Naslund. Naslund looking back for York. York had to put on the brakes, plays it behind the net. Messier flips it off the boards for Olin, and Olin had moved in from his position on the point and couldn't accept the pass. Now O'Coin throws it ahead. Naslund works his way in. Naslund with some neat moves in the corner, trying to get away from Vopat. He leaves it there for York. York back to Naslund to Messier. Messier retreats to the point, now gets it to Naslund. He shoots from a sharp angle. It goes off the side of the net. Olin plays it behind the goal for Naslund. Naslund dodges a check from Bugner, moves out front, and tried to jam it in and just missed picking the far corner. Messier looks for Olin sneaking in. Now Messier dishes it off. Naslund back to Messier. York in front of the net. Messier back to O'Coin. He returns it to Messier. York stays in front of the net. York trying to cause some problems in front of the goal. Here's Naslund looking in front for O'Coin, and it was deflected away from him. Olin gets it back to Messier. He goes cross ice, intercepted by Atchinham, but he couldn't get it out. Messier shoots, saved by Dunham, and the rebound was just out of the reach of Harry York.
Well, that was a great blocker save by Mike Dunham. The Vancouver Canucks, their power play unit had been out there for 2 minutes and 20 seconds to that point.
Loose puck in the Nashville zone. Zezel along the boards, chops at it. DeCall goes after it in the corner. He gets it over to Brashear. McCabe is back in the point along with Hedican. Brashear behind the net. Leaves it there for Zezel and goes after it himself. Now Zezel gets it. Looking for McCall, knocked away from him, and back into his own zone after it goes Hedican.
Well, the second power play unit isn't nearly as threatening as the first power play unit for the Vancouver Canucks.
Walker is out there killing off this penalty. He goes to the bench. 2 minutes remaining in the 5-minute major. Lead pass for Zezel. He certainly started the year with the bang for Vancouver, scoring 2 goals in the season opener against Los Angeles.
You can see here that this second unit just is out to give a spell to that first power play unit. They're back out, and I wouldn't be surprised if they finish the last 2 minutes of this 5-minute major.
Here comes Naslund for Messier. He plays it back in the net. York goes in after it. Kick back to the net for Messier for York. He took a swipe at it, and Dunham reacted.
Very good little quick give and go there. Mark Messier is passing as well as I've ever seen him pass thus far this season.
Messier for York. Backhand shot. Dunham with the save. And York went crashing into the net along with Timonen, and the net comes off its supports.
Well, they had a number of great chances there on the power play. The result of Mark Messier's great passing. Harry York going to the net a couple of times. Right here, he puts it right on the stick. The backhand shot. Real good blocker save by Mike Dunham. And that's exactly what Harry York has to do. Go to the net with his stick on the ice. Try and get the puck directed at the net. He's not that gifted a player that he's going to be able to pick a corner. But if he gets it on the net, that's a great chance for him to have a chance to score. Naslin's playing with a great deal of confidence. He's shooting the puck from down low. And this is what I really like about him now. He's got confidence to walk out from behind the net. That takes a lot of guts because you know you're going to have to pay the price in front of the net.
Well, he really put a move on Bugner that enabled him to walk out from behind the goal and get the scoring opportunity. It's left in the corner for Messier. Not only is Drake Barahowski gone with a game misconduct, but here's Naslin going in. Naslin had problems controlling it. We've been informed that Joel Bouchard is also lost for the balance of the game with an ankle injury. Messier along the boards, gets it back to Olin. A return pass for Messier. 28 seconds remaining in the 5-minute major. Here's O'Coin. Backhand shot. That bounces in front of the net. And Dunham reaches and finds it. And I think they're going to award a penalty shot. Did one of the other players, one of the Nashville players, put his glove in the puck in the crease?
Well, that's got to be exactly. That's the only call that would garner a penalty shot in this situation. Referee Lance Roberts has shown tonight he's not afraid to make some serious decisions. Both of them going the Canucks' way here with the 5-minute major and now a penalty shot being awarded. And we'll get a look here on the replay as to just what happened. Dunham is searching for the puck, as is Joel Bouchard. You're not allowed to put your hand on the puck in the crease. We don't get a very good view of it right there. But referee Lance Roberts has a bird's eye view right at the corner of the net, and he's awarded the penalty shot with no hesitation.
Well, he claimed that Bugner put his glove on it. Marcus Naslund is going to take the penalty shot. The first of the year for the Vancouver Canucks and the 9th this season in the National Hockey League. 3 goals have been scored on penalty shots this year.
But I think they're on a streak of about 5 in a row where no one has scored. So let's see if Naslund can break the streak.
Well, here it is. And he does. Oh, what a neat move by Naslund. He made about 9 of them as he came in on Mike Dunham. And Dunham is still down on his knees, just shaking his head at the moves Naslund put on him to make it a 3-1 game on the penalty shot goal.
Well, from no matter where you are, every view you have of this goal is a thing of beauty. He changes the angle of the shot here and again there twice and got the puck upstairs. That really has to be very, very difficult to follow for a goaltender, even a great goaltender like Mike Dunham. The bench erupts. They realize how beautiful a goal this is. Every one of them wants to congratulate Marcus Naslund. He is playing spectacularly right now for the Vancouver Canucks.
Well, the Canucks couldn't score with the 5-minute power play, but they were awarded the penalty shot, and Marcus Naslund took full advantage. Brilliant moves for his 16th goal of the season and a 3-1 Vancouver lead.
Oh, is that a power play goal, Don? Good question, isn't it? We had this argument. We'll have the answer for you next period.
Still 13 seconds remaining in the penalty to Barahowski, a 5-minute major. Here's Turcotte along the boards. Nashville completing a 3-game Western Road swing. They lost the first 2, 6-1 in Anaheim and 3-1 to San Jose. Olin without his stick knocked the puck down and then took it to the corner. Now a backhand shot by Turcotte. It doesn't get through. Barron sends him flying. Now it's Olin lugging it out of his own zone for Messier. He drops it off for May. May couldn't get a shot away, and there's going to be a penalty here. Turcotte and Vopat both collided with him. Hockey Night in Canada, brought to you by Labatt Blue.
I had contact lenses that I wore most of the time and glasses sometimes.
Real people talk about their LASIK refractive correction procedure.
Right after it was done, I could notice that my vision had improved. Dr. K4 is very competent and very easy to get along with. You feel the utmost of confidence when he's working on you.
The Windsor Laser Eye Institute can change your life. Phone 1-800-663-IC.
Regain something that I had when I was a child that I had thought I had lost forever.
A Christmas fantasy even I could love with a little help from Canadian Tire.
If I were in charge of Christmas, I'd have a special pass to the front of the Santa line, who, by the way, would let me take his sleigh out anytime I want. And the naughty list history. So when I win Best Kid of the Year award, my Christmas present is a shopping spree for me and my sister in the toy department at Canadian Tire.
For the best toys this Christmas, come to the right place. Canadian Tire, where you can give like Santa and save like Scrooge.
You're watching Doubleheader Saturday on Hockey Night in Canada.
Darren Turcotte, double misfortune. Not only does he draw the penalty, but he is also injured in this collision with Brad May.
Yeah, he comes back and really throws a good shoulder check, but it was from behind, and the referee who was behind the play, Roberts, calls it right away. And that's one that you have to call. Hitting from behind, even though it's not behind or against the boards, is still very, very dangerous. And Turcotte also, as you said, got the worst of the collision. I think he not only got winded, may have hurt his shoulder. He's going right off the ice now, so they'll have to put someone else in the penalty box. In the meantime, Joel Bouchard has tried his ankle. Looks as though he's going to stay in the game. That's going to be a nice happening for Coach Barry Trotz, who's lost Drake Barahowski. And this is a defensive core, Don, that really was all sixth and fifth defensemen on their respective teams last year. They're having to get used to this year playing a lot more. The four that are left healthy are going to have to play even that much more. Some of them will get over 30 minutes tonight.
And for those who are wondering about your question, penalty shot on a power play does not count as a power play goal. It's a separate entity. Here's Bugner. Along the boards, having trouble with Brashear. The Vancouver forward comes up with it for York. He attempts to center, and it bounces to Atchinham. Atchinham will take his time before flipping it down the ice. Turcotte in the penalty box for charging. Actually, he isn't in the penalty box. He's gone off to the dressing room. Lead pass, Brashear, couldn't get a shot away. He was checked by Ashmanev, and it slipped down the ice. You know, we talked earlier about a coin shot. Donald Brashear also has a pretty good shot.
Yeah, he really does. He's a big guy, and he gets it away rather quickly, especially coming off the wing.
Lead pass for Brashear. Brashear drops it off, and a call over skated. York back to the point to O'Coin. He returns it to Brashear. There's that shot, and a good one. He's got that quick release, and he gets something on it, and Dunham had to move and react quickly.
Well, we talked about how thin this Nashville defensive core is. Barahowski being thrown out of the game. He's logging the most ice time for this team, plays in all of the situations, so it's really taxing these other guys like Vopat, like Daniel, guys who aren't used to playing quite so much. They're scrambling around, they're playing in situations that they're not comfortable with, especially on the penalty kill. And this will be a real test for the Nashville Predators here to see if these guys can in fact stand up to the rigors of playing this much hockey.
10:32 remaining in the second, still 49 seconds in the penalty to Turcotte. Holland along the boards. Cut off the initial clearing try, and then as he was tied up, it was poked past him. May dishes it off for Naslund. Naslund back to May. May puts on the brakes, plays it behind the net. Nobody in position, but Messier comes in. Naslund and Messier along the boards. Naslund is sent flying by Bugner. Fans reacting, thinking there might have been a penalty call as he was hit hard from behind. Still 13 seconds remaining in the Turcotte penalty. Holland moves it ahead for Naslund, for Messier. Messier turns, looks for Holland, and it bounced off his stick. Penalized player back in the ice, Brunet. Leaves it there for Ronning. Three of them coming in. Shelberg going wide, takes the pass. Snow makes the save. Neat pass to Shelberg, but an equally good reaction by Snow.
Very, very good reaction on the cross-ice pass. He got across quickly, got his pad down to take away the bottom of the net and preserve the 2-goal lead for these Canucks.
This is the 18th consecutive start for Gar Snow. And Mike Keenan was saying this morning that he's learning to become a #1 goaltender. Mental toughness is a big part of being a goaltender who can play 60 or more games during the course of the season. And you're certainly familiar with that in having had Patrick Waugh.
Yeah, talking with Mike about that, he did say exactly that.
Platt for the shot that goes wide. In the neutral zone, Jamie Huscroft, who hasn't seen a lot of ice time tonight, flips it in high. Dunham catches it and hangs on as he is being pressured with 8:30 remaining in the second period.
Say you want to download something from the internet. You can do it at 28.8. You can do it at 56K. Or you can get fast internet technology from Nortel Networks and do it more than 30 times faster. Visit our website and be faster to the net. With the NHL and Nortel Networks, how the world shares ideas.
Something powerful is happening. Introducing the new Silverado. With a more powerful V8 than any other pickup. It's the truck from Chevrolet.
Closed captioning of tonight's game provided by the all-new Chevy Silverado. Silverado, like a rock.
Face off to the right of Dunham. Shot by Scatchard as he, from the face-off, managed to get the shot away. Puck bounces out in front of the net. Ronning moves it out to center ice. It's fired back in, going back after it is Daniel. He plays it up along the boards for Lambert. They head to Kriva-Krasov. To Bordelot. Bordelot going wide, trying to get around McAllister. It goes behind the net. Lambert comes in, trying to dig it out as well. And finally the Canucks gain control and move it out to neutral ice. Flip pass ahead for Kriva-Krasov. He should score!
Well, you're not going to see many more unique passes like the one that Cliff Ronning just gave to Sergei Kriva-Krasov. This one, John Elway doesn't throw these passes any better. He got it over the defenseman Huscroft. It's Bordelot, I'm sorry. What a play. Just over him. Kriva-Krasov stays onside and between the legs of Garth Snow. That one, I'm sure, Don, will be on highlight tapes all across the country. Give credit to Kriva-Krasov. He gets his head up, spots the opening, and places it exactly where he wanted it to go.
The second goal of the game for Kriva-Krasov, and it's a 3-2 hockey game now with 7:43 remaining in this second period. Brashear is being pressured, lost control of it, now goes after the puck. Picked up by McCall. McCall had to wait for Brashear to get back on side for York. York moves into the corner. It comes to the other side to Brashear. Brashear is being bodied there by Walker. York comes in to help out. Now it's Atchinham trying to move it out, stopped by McCabe. Bordelot and Butner draw the assists in the goal. York leaves it in the corner for Brashear. Fitzgerald trying to tie him up. Ronnie Walker comes in to help out. He moves it ahead. Balasevic shoots it in. Walker tried to pick it off the end boards. And then it's Balasevic pouncing on it. He couldn't shoot. Walker goes back to the net, runs into one of his own men. Fitzgerald and Walker collided back of the net. Brashear drops the puck off. There's the shot by McCabe, and it goes wide. Harry York throws it in front of the net, intercepted by Balasevic. Kapanen drives it to the corner. Back after it is McCabe. McCabe has running on him. The puck comes free for Kjellberg, and he fanned in front of the net. Kjellberg taken in hard against the boards by O'Coin. Puck loose in the Vancouver zone. Ronning goes back of the net. Ronning walks out front, shoots, and there's a penalty coming up. Predators will go to the power play. Here's Kjellberg for Ronning. And the whistle goes as the interference call is leveled against the Vancouver Canucks.
Well, the linesman called the play right away because of a change, and that means the faceoff will go to center ice. But Garth Snow, he has been known to wander as a goaltender, gets out of his net here. That's a style that Garth Snow uses all the time. He's going to venture out of his net, play the puck. He's going to venture out every now and then, throw a body check. He loves to get involved in the play all the time. Here in practice this week, he does it in practice as well. Brad May, the recipient here, boy, does he get airborne on that play. But Garth Snow, again, he is known to be a guy that wanders out of the net, and Brad May can attest to that.
O'Coin gets the interference penalty. As far as Brad May is concerned, Mike Keenan said, I couldn't believe at practice when that happened that May had skated as far as he had with his head down. He said none of the other players realized that he had his head down either. So nobody yelled that Snow was coming up to play the puck. But he had words for Brad May following that incident because he could have lost 2 players as the result of the collision. Canucks were fortunate that neither was hurt.
Yes, they are. Brad May has scored his 2nd goal of the season, so who knows? It might have been the thing that spurred him out of his slumps. The Nashville Predators have really picked it up here. They've got some confidence spurred on by that 2nd goal by Tuukka Krasaw.
Here's Kjellberg for Brunet, and it's a 3-3 hockey game.
Well, speaking of confidence, that's great puck movement here by the Nashville Predators. Brunet does a great job of directing the puck in, and it was a very, very good delivery of the pass by Kjellberg. Kjellberg, who led the Swedish Elite League last year in goals, puts it right on the stick. The Vancouver Canuck defense guilty of both being on the same side of the ice and forgetting the player in front of the net. That player, Andrew Brunette, has very, very sweet hands and scores his 7th goal of the season.
5:20 remaining in this 2nd period.
Nashville goal is 7th of the season, scored on the power play.
2nd power play goal for the Nashville Predators. Their first game with a 2-man advantage. Pass beyond the reach of Bordelot. McCabe goes back after it. Brashear moves it ahead to McCall. He comes away with York. The pass doesn't get through. Kjellberg and Ronning draw the assists on the 7th of the year for Brunet. McCall chops it along the boards. It bounces high. O'Coin now gets a chance to move it up. He misses Brashear with a pass. Back after it goes Bopat. It's icing against Vancouver. 4:41 remaining in the 2nd in a 3-3 hockey game.
It's the most wonderful time of the year, with the kids jingle belling and everyone telling you be of good cheer. It's the most wonderful time. It's the most wonderful time of the year.
Need a new look? Get the new mouse. It doesn't just sand. It also scrubs, removes, and polishes. It's a whole new breed of tool. The mouse, built by Black & Decker. You can use an ordinary saw and see the line after you cut, or see the line while you're cutting with the Woodhawk, the only circular saw with a sightline window. See what you've been missing with the Woodhawk, built by Black & Decker.
Take treaty. Go north.
We must speak with one thundering voice.
Big Bear begins January 3rd on CBC.
Well, Andrew Brunette does a great job of scoring, finishing off the play. But we talked about the puck movement. Watch here, good pass to Ronning through the neutral zone to Kjellberg. He gets by the man, and again, on the stick again. That's 3 stick-to-stick passes. And that creates a very nice goal for the Nashville Predators.
Here's Krivo Krasov back of the net. He works out front, getting set, goes to his forehand, backhand. Snow comes up with the save, and Krivo Krasov is all set to bang his stick on the net because he thought he was going to score, as he had all sorts of time as he walked out front. 4:22 remaining in a tie hockey game in the second.
Good morning. It's 6:28 in Norfolk.
Well, it's rain, rain, and more.
I can't believe you're leaving me.
There's a left jab.
The most sports.
He shoots, he scores!
The most hockey.
They call him Foucault.
Endless movies. Over 100 channels of as much TV as you can handle. Bell Express View. Hardware available for as little as $12.49 a month. Weight loss not included.
LaMarcus Krivo Krasov goes to the bench. He still can't believe he didn't score.
Yeah, he's going to look up at the video screen to see exactly what he did wrong. He did so many things right here, though. He has more time than you're ever going to get. There's a little bit of picking going on in front of the net. But right here, he waits, and Garth Snow makes a great save. Krivo Krasov, I think he wants to break that stick. I'm sure it's broken over on the bench now.
The Nashville Predators, down by 2, have fought back to tie this. Vancouver playing a physical game as they try to do most nights, but from a coaching standpoint, has Nashville been able to adjust?
Nashville has adjusted very nicely. I think they realize now, hey, we're not going to get run out of the rink. They're missing Patrick Cote right now thus far tonight, but they've really responded and played very, very well. They're moving the puck and supporting it as well.
Now with an update, let's join Steve.
Down the coast in San Jose, play in the second period. This is Adam Deadmarsh. Slides it over to Sean Donovan. He redirects it behind Mike Vernon. And Colorado are on the board, trail by 1, 2-1 in the second.
And here it's a 3-3 hockey game with 3:53 remaining in the second. Jamie Huscroft is going off for boarding.
Well, referee Lance Roberts has been very, very strict with his interpretation of the rules tonight. And what on most nights would be just categorized as a tough, hard-hitting, finishing your check type of play, Jamie Huscroft gets 2 minutes.
Predators have taken advantage of the power play. They have scored 2 goals with the man advantage, won a 2-man advantage. Through the neutral zone, Ronning plays it back to the line for Daigneault. Cross-ice pass, that comes off the post. Timonen let one go from the edge of the circle. Ronning couldn't reach the pass, and Scatchard brings it out with Messier. Messier tried to get it back to Scatchard. He falls as he goes into the corner with Timonen. Ronning moves it ahead. Kjellberg drives it in. Snow comes out of the net to play it up along the boards, and McCall will flip it down the ice. remaining in the power play. Volpat is being pressured by Harry York. Canucks are very aggressive with their penalty kill. Here's the pass for Krivokrasov. He gets it back to Walker. Walker behind the net, out front for Lambert. They score 4-3 Nashville.
Again, it's great puck movement, but I'm afraid the Canucks are guilty of being out of position and leaving people open in front of the net. That's happened on 3 occasions here tonight. Mike Keenan obviously a little bit upset with that happening to his defense. Walker here moves the puck very nicely to Bordeleau, and Lambert is left alone in front of the net. Both O'Quain and McCabe are guilty of leaving a very, very dangerous player in that highly volatile area in front of the net. Garth Snow has no chance. You can see there very clearly from the overhead angle.
Third goal of the year for Denny Lambert. And the Nashville Predators have overcome a 2-goal deficit with 3 in a row. Walker and Bordeleau draw the assists. And for a team that ranks second last on the power play, they have really been effective with the man advantage. That's their third power play goal. Bordeleau's shot doesn't miss by much. Krivokrasov off the boards, fanned on his shot attempt. Lead pass for Brashear. He was breaking at the blue line, and Walker was back there to deflect it away from him. Brashear gets it again. Brashear leaves it for Oland. He plays it back to the net. York goes after him. Walker takes a solid hit from Brashear and goes down behind the net, but now the Predators start out. Bordeleau got to the line, couldn't go any further. Driven in by Volpat. And this is an icing call with 1:47 remaining in the second period.
Well, when your team is playing with confidence, one of the things you're going to see is very good passing. Very good passing, very good support. You go to an area where the ice is open, and you'll see this happening again. Good stick-to-stick movement. Players going to the open ice, as Scott Walker does there. Throws it across the ice to the open man. And it's amazing how well you pass the puck when you're playing with confidence, as the Nashville Predators are right now.
Well, Denny Lambert asked us to say hello to his mother, Marilyn, who just underwent surgery. Scoring a goal like that will certainly help speed her recovery. O'Coin goes back after it. Up along the boards, taken there by Daniel. Now ahead for Yashmanev. Yashmanev shoots, and he was looking for the far corner and didn't miss by much. McCabe drives it in. Back after it is Daniel. Both Naslund and May were in forechecking. That allowed the Predators to break up. Yashmanev gets it across for Fitzgerald. His shot is up high on Snow. Snow really wasn't sure where the puck was. It was caught up in his equipment. He knew that. And he holds it for the faceoff.
Well, Vancouver is very, very guilty right now of forechecking too aggressively. You can see all 3 forwards get caught. They do a great job of coming back. But Nashville is moving the puck very well from defense to forward right now. They're coming up the ice with good support. And they're taking advantage of the Vancouver forecheck, which is very, very guilty right now of overplaying the puck in the offensive zone.
Well, twice this year, Nashville has lost 3 games in a row, trying to avoid having it happen for a third time tonight here in Vancouver. They lost the first 2 games of this road trip in Anaheim and San Jose, and now with the seconds ticking down in the second period, they lead by a score of 4-3. Platt chases after the puck, but it was offside. 36.9 seconds left in the second.
You know, Don, they're doing it the right way. Expansion teams do have a hard time scoring goals 5-on-5. They've got 3 on the power play tonight. It has been a poor area for the Nashville Predators this year, and scoring 3 on the power play can do nothing but just raise their confidence level to a very, very high level.
Scatchard against Running in the face-off just outside the blue line. It comes back to Olin. Bugner chases it down and is able to clear against Barron, who has to hurry to try and get back. Picked up along the boards by Shelberg. He goes to the corner, looking there for Ronning. Brunet back of the net. Bumped there by Barron. The puck is loose. Now Shelberg takes a hit from Brashear. It comes back to the line, kept onside and flipped towards the net by Bugner. And Barron steps into Brunet just as the horn sounds to end the second period. And the Nashville Predators, after being down by 2, have come back with 3 in a row to take a 1-goal lead into the third period.
All right, guys.
All right,
Heat up.
Donald, hockey card. I got Wayne Gretzky. I saw him score 12 goals once.
I know Gretzky, you know.
Yeah, right, Coach.
Upper Deck Hockey Cards are back at McDonald's, featuring new laser-etched cards and 5 great subsets, including rookies, goalies, and all-stars. You can also win one of thousands of great prizes. Only 69 cents when you buy any size.
For the Coach Martin, the Coach Martin, and it's one of those games where, you know, you just have to, it's going to be a feel 'em out game. You know, both teams will trap in the neutral zone, and the team who makes the less mistakes is going to win.
All right, Brett, thanks for your time, and good luck tomorrow against Ottawa.
Thank you very much.
Brett Hull now with 9 goals. Thanks, Mark. That's 2 o'clock Eastern, 11 a.m. Pacific tomorrow from the nation's capital. We'll continue on Hockey Night in Canada in a moment.
Denny Lambert to put the puck back to Mike Dunham. We'll get a chance to look at Brad May here. Brad May scored his goal tonight. One of the reasons he's not having a great deal of success is he doesn't have a stick on the ice. Right there, stick a little bit above. Mark Messier puts the puck right where his stick should be. And unfortunately for Brad May, he ends up taking a hit because he didn't have his stick on the ice to receive the pass.
Back to the line to McCabe. There's the shot, and they've made a goaltending change. Bokun is now in goal for Nashville. Along the boards, it's Zezel. Zezel got it to the point for McCabe. McCabe couldn't shoot it, and obviously the puck came back out across the blue line, and it's offside. Well, we don't know why this change was made unless Dunham was hurt in the second period.
Well, Dunham has been nursing a sore groin, and I'm sure he's aggravated it in the second period. Maybe got it pulled on that penalty shot by Marcus Naslund, but this is a very, very tough situation for young Thomas Vokoun to come into. We've had everything here tonight, Don. We've had penalty shots, great passing, great plays, and now we get a young goaltender trying to save the day for the Nashville Predators.
We talked about Nashville only losing once when leading after 40 minutes. Vancouver, when they trail after 40 minutes, they've won twice and tied 3, so they do have the ability to come back. Ashmanev fires it in. Back after it goes a coin. Hatchman got to it first. Scatcher fanned as he tried to move it out. Gets it again. Now he pushes it ahead to McCabe. McCabe for Brashear. Brashear fires it rink wide. O'Coin is forced to circle back into his own zone. We've played a minute and a half in this third period. Shots on goal to this stage, even at 15. At one point in the second period, Vancouver had outshot Nashville by an 8-2 margin. Krivo Krasov with a shot right on. He's looking for his first career hat trick in the National Hockey League. It looked as though he was going to get it in the second period when he had a great chance. Here's Lambert shooting. Pad save. Bopat for Lambert. They score. It's Bordeleau finally putting it in. Lambert had an open net, missed it, and then Bordeleau grabbed it and scored.
Well, it's going to be interesting. I think they're going to go upstairs and review this one. The linesman, Randy Mitten, is down talking right now to Lance Roberts. There was a lot of passes made there, a couple of missed shots. The puck ends up in the net, but I do believe that they will review it. Here now, referee Lance Roberts is doing exactly that. He's waving away Mark Messier and all the players gathered around the penalty box. And we'll have to take a look to see whether or not the video replay judge rules this a valid goal.
Malcolm Ashford in charge of video replay here at GM Place. And they're waving it off.
Well, you'll see on the replay here, I'm sure that the player on the side of the puck right here, Kriva Krasov, goes into the crease on the rebound here. And he has definitely got his foot in the crease, and that is ruled no goal. You can see here he's a little bit upset with himself. That could have been his hat trick. Continues on into the crease, his forward progress. He could not stop it. And then, of course, once he was in there, he got crunched into the goal post. And a very, very good call by Randy Mitten, telling referee Lance Roberts to go upstairs. And the goal judge did a great job of making the right call.
So it remains a 4-3 hockey game. Here's Ronning moving in. Ronning fires it wide. Shelberg tied up by O'Coin. York comes away with McCall. Left there for Zezel. Zezel moves into the slot. Gets it back to the point. McCabe shoots. Knocked down in front of the net. Bopat starts back for Shelberg. Shelberg drops it off. Ronning shoots. Saved by Snow. Shelberg tried to bat the rebound past him, but Snow was able to cover up.
Well, Snow is not showing a great deal of confidence. When a goaltender's not confident, he bobbles the puck and allows the rebound to end up in front of him, and that's exactly what happens right here. Ronning does a great job of getting the puck to the net. He knows he's got someone going to the net for the rebound. Good speed shown by Cliff Ronning on that play.
4-3 Nashville leading, 17:25 remaining in the third. Fitzgerald and Scatchard in the face-off circle. Scatchard comes up with it. He rings it around the boards for Klatt. Flipped into the corner. Vokoun is there to play it around the boards. Hedican from the point let the shot go. Vokoun had to make the save. It comes back to Hedican again, but it was poked away from him. Rink wide pass for Atchinham, too far. Back after it is Huscroft. He leaves it along the boards for Brashear. Brashear gets it back for Scatchard. He bangs it into Nashville territory. Vokoun leaves it back of the net. Kriva Krasov, rink wide pass for Bordeleau. Bordeleau backhand shot. Lambert picks up the loose puck. He's checked in the corner. Kriva Krasov for Bordeleau. He scores, and this one is going to count.
Absolutely, and if you take a look here, this is exactly why the Vancouver Canucks give up a lot of goals in their own end. Two defensemen caught on one side of the ice. They left the front of the net wide open for the Nashville player. You see right there, Hedican heads over, and you'll see now in your picture, Olin head over there. Who's in front of the net? All by himself. Bordeleau, who puts it home and gives the Nashville Predators a 2-goal lead.
Well, Lambert did a good job along the boards in getting to that puck and firing it out front for Bordeleau, who makes it a 5-3 Nashville advantage.
You know, you can't leave any goaltender alone with the caliber of players in the NHL today. You can't give them that much time on those bang-bang plays in front of the net. You've got to live by the rule. Have a defenseman hold the front of the net, and have your defensemen, as we're told ever since we were in Kiwi, play their own sides of the ice.
5-3, the Predators lead. 15:58 left. Hockey Night in Canada, brought to you by Labatt Blue.
You got food? Check. Music? Check. Crank it. It is cranked. Beverages?
It's here.
Check.
The Labatt Holiday Pack. Iced John Labatt Classic Blue and Blue Light. Plus a lottery ticket that may change your holiday party. It's the holiday party. No purchase necessary. Must be old enough to drink.
Cheers, Alfred.
Awesome party, gentlemen. The Labatt Holiday Pack. It's at the beer store.
My friends say, hey, you draw cartoons for a living? Now that's a fun job. Well, sure it is. Until the day you're late for the ever-shifting deadline. Oh, man. Suddenly, it's more about just getting it there. And funny pictures take a backseat to a car you can count on. Chevrolet Cavalier. You're welcome.
Tried, tested, and true.
Bordeleau had a goal taken away early in this third period because a teammate was in the crease, but no denying Bordeleau his third goal of the season on the setup from Lambert for the 5-3 lead of 3:26. Holland for Messier. Okun, who has replaced Mike Dunham in goal for Nashville, came out of the net to play it. Now it's Naslund back of the net. Since his penalty shot goal, the Predators have scored 4 unanswered goals to assume this 5-3 lead. Harry York goes after the loose puck. Back of the net, it's Daigneault. He played it off the boards and down the ice, and Murray Barron retreats for Vancouver to touch up for an icing call.
Well, Sebastian Bordeleau, he needed to score for this team. They've been looking for offense from other sources. He's a guy that has tremendous speed, and now if he can complement that speed with some good goal scoring, that's going to be exactly what the Nashville Predators need. He creates the play initially by speed through the outside, then stays in the front of the net. Here you'll get an idea of just how helpless Garth Snow is from the net cam.
In front of the net, there's the turnaround shot by Cook. McAllister in front of the net as Staios tries to dig it out.
Easy now, easy now.
It winds up under the Nashville player Walker in the corner, resulting in a whistle.
Big part of Labatt Blue Shootout is a celebrity challenge, and this week in Coquitlam, BC, the big winner of $3,500 is
Barry DeLay from BCTV.
Barry, your money's going where?
It's going to go to the Variety Club. BCTV does a telethon every year with them, and I'm sure they can use the money. I'm happy to help them out a little bit.
Thanks for coming out. Next week, we're in Thunder Bay, Ontario. We're in the Lakehead. Stay tuned for more Hockey Night in Canada.
Thomas Vokoun has taken over from Mike Dunham in goal for the Predators, trying to protect this 2-goal advantage through the final 20 minutes of this hockey game. Atchingham along the boards trying to move the puck. Cook comes in. McAllister is there. So is Huscroft. Some solid bumping in the neutral zone. Vopat looks to go rink wide for Atchingham. Missed him with the pass. Vopat tries again. Too far for Fitzgerald. Cook runs into a check. Couldn't get to the loose puck. Atchingham pushes it ahead for Fitzgerald. He's tied up by Hedican. Cook back into his own zone to Huscroft for Hedican. 14:20 remaining in the third. 5-3 Nashville lead. It was 2-1 Vancouver after one. Here's Brashear. His shot goes off the stick to the corner. And it was whistled down on the offside.
Well, Thomas Vokoun has been put in a very difficult position. He's already been called upon to make a few saves. His first start in the National Hockey League as a Nashville Predator was against these Vancouver Canucks. Didn't play all that well that night, but he really has improved since that point. Don, the Nashville coaches saying that this guy is going to be a very good NHL goaltender. They just need to get him a little bit more playing time, and that will probably be in the International Hockey League and their affiliate in Milwaukee.
5-3 was also the score on November 7th when Vancouver won. 5-3 Nashville leading tonight here at GM Place. Left back of the net for Daigneault. Brunette moves it ahead for Ronning. Ronning on the wing to Shelberg. His shot and the save by Snow. Back comes Zezel for Vancouver. Zezel shoots. It bounces off the leg in front of the net, picked up by Vopat. He takes his time before pushing it ahead to Shelberg. Shelberg in a foot race with Zezel. Zezel got back to cut him off, and the pass now intercepted by O'Coin. He brings it up ice, tried to hit Zezel, but Zezel was going to the bench on a change. Scatchard now will try for Vancouver. Nice move to get away from Krivokrasov. Scatchard shoots. Vokoun kicks it back to the net. Along the boards, it's Krivokrasov. He breaks out with Bordeleau. Hangs onto the puck. Krivokrasov into the high slot. Still holding it. Gets it across for Walker. Walker shoots and misses the far side. Krivokrasov back at the point. Hauls down Scatchard, and this is going to be a penalty against Nashville. So with 12:42 remaining in the third and trailing by 2, the Canucks will have a power play.
It's a Wind River sweatshirt from Marks. It's available from $39.99, but it means so much more. It means you really thought about someone, about their favorite color, about what makes them comfortable, about how they treat their clothes, and about how this will survive even that. Now this is a gift.
A holiday special. The town of Big Fork fights to save Christmas. A Klondike Christmas. Then,
We've come to see if we can get a white Christmas.
Why not?
a white Christmas. It all starts Tuesday at 7 on CBC. A secret revealed.
That baby she's carrying will never bear the Murray name.
A father's wrath.
I'll teach you!
A crime of passion.
I saw murder.
Emily of New Moon, Sunday at 7 on CBC. You're watching Hockey Night in Canada, the one and only.
Scott Walker came close to making it a 3-goal advantage for Nashville. And then Krivokrasov went to the penalty box. So now the Vancouver Canucks on the power play, trying to get back into this hockey game, trailing by 2 goals. They're led by Messier. He weaves his way through the neutral zone, tried to drop it off, but nobody trailing on the play.
These Nashville Predators have lost 3 players to tonight's game. Barahowski was expelled from the game. Bouchard is out, as is Turcotte, with injuries, and they've been forced to use Scott Walker on defense occasionally. He's up front killing a penalty right here.
Dunham re-injuring the groin that kept him out for 6 games. He was hurt on November 29th against the New York Rangers. So as a result, Thomas Vokoun is in goal for the Predators.
It's a pretty lonely bench over there right now. They don't have any lack of room. Sergei Krivokrasov has been everywhere tonight, both on the scoring sheet and on the penalty sheet. He gets called here for a lazy hook. When you don't move your feet, that's when the referee is going to call it. If he just moved his feet and tried to keep position, maintain position there, he probably would have gotten away with that one.
Still 1:08 remaining on the Vancouver power play.
Although they scored a penalty shot goal, they're 0 for 3 here tonight and are in desperate need of something offensively here.
Vancouver power play coming into this game, ranked number 11 in the NHL. Here's Hedican in front. The pass doesn't get through. He leaves it for McCall to Brashear. There's a shot and the save by Vokoun. The puck comes free. Brashear fanned on it. Back to the point. Hedican now over to McCabe. Back to Hedican. Hedican fakes the shot for McCabe. McCabe shoots, redirected. McCall jams it in.
Well, this one's going to be close as well. McCall did a great job of finding the puck and getting it into the net, but the referee, I'm sure, will go upstairs and it'll be the goal judge's determination as to whether or not the Vancouver player had his feet inside the crease. See referee Lance Roberts in that all too familiar position on the phone. NHL might think of getting a corporate sponsor with a telephone logo. Do we have one?
Have the referees carry a cell phone. It might be a lot easier.
Well, everybody's been busy here tonight. The referees have been busy. The players have been very, very busy in this game. It's had a lot of end-to-end action. And again, we have, what, our second or third disputed goal of the evening.
Sebastian Bordeleau had a goal waved off early in this third period. Then he scored to make it 5-3. Will McCult's goal stand up to cut the deficit in half? He has 9 this season. He leads rookie goal scorers with those 9 goals. He's anxiously awaiting the outcome.
He sure is. He did a great job. This is one really where, you know, you have to have a line on as to where the player can stand, but this one really had very little effect as to whether or not the goalie was going to have a chance for it or not. It was a great play by McCult to find the puck and get it into the net from the side of the net. And it will be very interesting to see whether or not the video goal judge does allow this or nullify the goal.
McCult was Rookie of the Month in the National Hockey League during November.
It's Scatchard, the player in front, and he does a great job of screening Thomas Vokoun, but after the puck goes behind the net, you'll have to watch his skates as he gets turned around to see whether or not they enter into the creased area. Very close. It looks from that angle as though it was in. That's my quick version. Of course, they have the overhead angle, which will be a little bit more concisive.
Well, they're certainly taking a long time in reviewing this goal.
Well, when they're very close, they want to make sure that they do a real good job. And again, you're going to have to watch the feet of Scatchard and look at the timing. We don't get a good angle of it because the split screen is there. But I'll tell you what, it's real close. They're going to have to slow this down and slow this down. And that's why it's taking as much time as it is.
Well, the fans are growing a little impatient. Malcolm Ashford in charge of video replay. Bill McCult is every bit as anxious as the fans to find out whether or not it is a goal. It is.
Well, this is a huge, huge break for the Vancouver Canucks. Not really a break because they made the right determination here. And it's gotten them right back into the game. McCult did a great job of finding the puck and getting it to the net. Scatchard screening, doing everything that he's supposed to do in front of the net. But right here, that quick little move, he knows he hasn't got much time, but he gets the puck by the outstretched stick of the Nashville defenders. Right here, real good skill move, right quickly to the net, knows he's just got to scoop it towards. And the sprawling Thomas Vokoun can't stop it. Nobody's happier than Bill McCult right now.
McCabe and Hedican draw the assists on McCult's 10th goal of the season. And it's a one-goal hockey game with 11:08 remaining in the third period here at GM Place. As Ronning touches it, the whistle goes for an offside call. McCult hadn't gone more than 3 games without scoring a goal, and he comes through tonight to keep that record intact.
He's had just an exceptional year. He's such a strong skater, and he shows those great hands that he did at the side of the net there. He now leads the league in not only points but goals, and that power play goal allows the Vancouver Canucks to become 1 for 4 tonight, and it's gotten them back in this game with 11 minutes to go. We've got a long, long way to go in this game.
The Vancouver Canucks had a 2-1 lead after 1. They were up 3-1 in the second period. Now Messier drops it off for York. He shoots it. Rocket just misses and ricochets off the boards back into the Vancouver territory. York started the game playing on this line with Messier and Naslund. He's back there. York centers it. Messier takes the shot, and he didn't get good wood on it, and it's up high on goaltender Vokoun.
Well, when a team is playing with the lead as the Nashville Predators are right now, they really change the way that they forecheck, and you'll watch here as we get a chance to see the forechecking of the very passive Nashville Predators. Now, earlier in the game, they were checking very aggressively. You see both of their 2 high forwards staying high, so they've got a one-man forecheck. And this is allowing the Vancouver Canucks to freewheel a little bit more, and that's a very, very dangerous occurrence when that happens, because the Vancouver Canucks, as we all know, are a very, very good team off the rush.
10:28 remaining in this third period. 5-4, the Predators lead. In the two previous games between these two teams, a lot of scoring. Nashville won the first 5-4, Vancouver the second 5-3, and tonight we've had 9 goals scored. O'Coin from the point, faked the shot, now lets it go. It hit a body in front. May goes after it. May leaves it there for Zezel. Platt in front of the net. Zezel tried to get it to him, couldn't get a shot away. Now May throws it towards the net. It was deflected to the corner. Platt battling for the puck. Zezel comes in to help out. Zezel feeds it to May. He couldn't shoot it. Finally, it's picked up by Fitzgerald, and he knocks it out of the zone to relieve the pressure. Zezel dumps it in. Vokoun leaves it back at the net, now decides to play it, picked up by May. Fitzgerald tries to take it out the other side. Yashmanev chops it along the boards, but not out. Comes back to O'Coin. He shoots, it's blocked. Picked up by Yashmanev, ahead to Atchenem. He's coming in. McCabe goes back to cut him off. Atchenem looks for some help, then he's knocked down by O'Coin. Left back of the net for O'Coin. He dodges a check, weaving away from Lambert. He pushes it ahead to Scatchard. Scatchard takes a shot. It goes off Walker behind the goal. Vokoun plays it up along the boards. Bordeleau races after it, trying to push it away from Olin. Olin stays with him. Bordeleau goes back of the net, tried to center, picked up now by Krivo-Krasov. They score as he goes across to Bordeleau for his second of the game.
Sebastian Bordeleau has had just a wonderful game here for the Nashville Predators. Coach Barry Trotz has been forced to juggle his lines. He's using Scott Walker on the point. And I'll tell you what, we talked earlier today about how important it is for them to get goals from other sources. Sebastian Bordeleau is showing not only great speed on attack, but real good presence of mind around the net. You can see him there at the corner, finding the open spot, and when he gets it, he knows where to put it, right in the back of the net. A very, very good pass here from Sergei Krivo-Krasov, who keeps his feet moving, finds the open space, and makes the good stick-to-stick pass to Sebastian Bordeleau.
So the Predators again have a 2-goal advantage with 8:58 remaining in the third period. Bordeleau had a goal taken away in this third, but he's responded with 2 with 8:57 left.
You got food? Check. Music? Check. Crank it. It is cranked. Beverages?
It's here.
Check.
The Labatt Holiday Pack. Iced John Labatt Classic Blue and Blue Light. Plus a lottery ticket that may change your holiday party. It's the holiday party. No purchase necessary. Must be old enough to drink.
Cheers, Alfred.
Awesome party, gentlemen.
The Labatt Holiday Pack. It's at the beer store.
I'll be home for Christmas. You can plan on me. Yeah.
Big turkey. Christmas means entertaining, and that means you could use a little help.
That's a big turkey.
Fortunately, everything you need for holiday entertaining is at your neighborhood home hardware.
Entertain in style with this Black & Decker toaster oven broiler and this cordless party-made drink mixer. Take the treaty. Go north.
We must speak with one thundering voice.
Big Bear begins January 3rd on CBC.
Play just underway, and Vokoun, who drew an assist on Bordeleau's goal, went flying as Harry York went charging hard to the net. 2 goals tonight for Sebastian Bordeleau.
As I said, this is a great night for Sebastian Bordeleau. Krivo-Krasov, I want you to watch here how he keeps his feet moving behind the net. And this is one thing that great goal scorers do. He eludes Olin behind the net just by that little quick foot movement, and he makes the great pass, which results in the goal.
Naslund pounced on the loose puck and got a shot away. Vokoun reacted to it. Canucks down by 2. Murray Barron for York. He throws it rink wide for Naslund. Naslund moving into the high slot, looking for Messier. It was blocked. Naslund gets it again. Naslund takes it back to the net. He's hauled down. Fans reacting, thinking there should have been a penalty. You can hear the chorus of boos from the crowd here at GM Place. 8:14 remaining in the third period. Messier had to let it go or it would have been a two-line pass. Ronning shoots it in. Snow moves it up along the boards. Staios pushes it ahead to Cook. He's stopped at center ice. Back comes Shelberg. Shelberg, backhand shot, he hit the post. Puck out in front for Ronning, and Snow comes sliding across to make the save.
Gar Snow is having a little bit of a tough night right now, and that's just plain and simply because of the result of the poor coverage that the Vancouver Canuck defense has given him in front of the net. He's down a little bit too early here, gets his shoulder on the puck, but when a goaltender has trouble with his rebounds, that's usually the result of, in one thing, a little bit of overwork, and the second thing is he's just not playing with a great deal of confidence. But again, Don, that's more a result of not getting much help. He needs his defense to do a better job for him, clearing the front of the net and of getting the puck out of danger.
Well, Ronning was all alone in front, but had problems with the bouncing puck. Or he could have made it a 7-4 hockey game and all but put this one away. Vopat's shot from the point goes off a body to the corner. Timonen runs into Brashear and is knocked down by the Vancouver forward. He gets it again at the point. His shot is wide. Krasov was at the side of the net looking for a deflection. Now Timonen in the neutral zone. Tried to flip it in and put it over the glass out of play as he took another hit directly in front of the penalty bench from Harry York.
Got a big job to do? Get the new Firestorm cordless trim.
3, 4.
It has enough power to do any job 7 times over.
Oh, baby.
The Firestorm, built by Black & Decker. We all know how much help buddies can be.
Look good. You all right on that?
So get the new Workmate. The powerful clamp that can go anywhere and hold anything.
Oh.
The new Workmate.
Breezeville's good, isn't it?
Built by Black & Decker.
Hedican centered it for Messier, fired it wide, in front again. And May gets turned around. Back at the point, it's Olin. He tried to dump it to the corner and it was knocked back out to center ice. Hedican quickly trying to go to the attack and fire it in and put it over the glass out of play.
Well, Mike Keenan, he's going to play the Messier line as often as he possibly can here as they try to get back into the game. Messier is logged over, I'm sure, well over 25 minutes now. He'll be closing in on 30 by the time the game ends. And what Mike Keenan will do right now is he'll give him the quick 30-second breather and get him right back out there. He'll use a mix mash of every one of the other guys as their other line, trying to find a couple of goals here for the Vancouver Canucks.
Through the first 2 periods, Messier had 17 minutes and 14 seconds of playing time. McAllister along the boards. Bugner fires it into the corner. Ronning had lost a stick. Now he goes after it, but McCabe beats him to it. Vopat for Ronning. He'll fire it back into Vancouver territory. 6:37 left in the third period now. Here's McCabe trying to wheel away from Ronning. Moves it ahead for Scatcher. Scatcher dumps it to the corner and gives chase along with Platt. It's loose along the boards. Burnett gets it out to Ronning. He dumps it in. Snow comes way out of his net to play it away from Shelburne. It was beyond the reach of McAllister, and Walker goes back after it. McCall steals it along the boards. Then he's knocked down. Back after it goes Timonen. Timonen rips it around the boards. McCall is in there battling for it along with Olin. Timonen now tries to flip it out. Cut off by McCall. In front of the net. York was tied up and couldn't redirect it. Hedican pinches in from the point. He centers it and McCall couldn't get his shot away. McCall leaves it in the corner for York. He threw it in front. It was intercepted by Krasov, then knocked off his stick. Krasov will try again, but he runs into a check. Olin can't go anywhere as he tried to move out, and the Predators start away. Walker flipping it to the corner, and the Nashville Predators make a change.
Scott Walker has been moved back to the point, had a very good shift, very strong in the defensive zone for the Nashville Predators there.
Here's Messier. Naslund goes to the net, and Messier's shot goes off Bopat into the crowd. 5:09 remaining in the third.
Well, Scott Walker, he was a defenseman when he was in Owen Sound. Very good. I think he made the All-Star team in the OHL. Started his career with the Vancouver Canucks and their farm team on defense. He knows how to block shots. He knows how to position himself. And this is a real lifesaver for Coach Barry Trotz right now to have him, as they've lost Barahowski, they've lost Bouchard. They have a very limited experienced defense, and having Scott Walker come in and play against his old teammates as well as he is certainly welcome news for Barry Trotz and the Nashville Predators.
They lead 6-4, trying to end a two-game losing streak. They head home immediately after this game tonight. And their next game is on the 23rd of December against the Detroit Red Wings. Vancouver on Tuesday and Wednesday, a home-and-home series with the Calgary Flames. And then a week tonight, they're in San Jose to take on the Sharks. Bopat flips it up along the boards. Yashmanev knocks it out to center ice.
These are very, very important points for both of these clubs. Nashville trying to get back in the playoff race, and the Canucks trying to separate some room and get into the playoff position. As I said, they play a couple of games against divisional opponents that are below them, and they want to win those games.
Coming into this game in the Western Conference, Vancouver 9th and Nashville 10th. Here's Shelberg with a couple of neat moves. He had the puck taken away from him by McCabe and couldn't get a shot away. Messier by himself coming in across the line. Staios jumps up into the play, but couldn't knock down the clearing attempt.
Don, this has been a game where the first lines have played very well in both cases, but Nashville's second line has outplayed the Canucks' second line. It's hard to determine who is the second line for the Canucks tonight.
Well, Mike Keenan has been juggling his lines. Staios now goes after it. McAllister is out there. Scatcherd in front of the net looking for a pass. It doesn't come through. Hedican pinches in. He goes after the puck back of the net for McAllister, and he couldn't get a good shot away. Now it's Bordeleau moving it up ice for Lambert. He and Oland go to the corner. Oland is checked. Puck comes free for Scatcherd. Scatcherd breaks out with Staios. Leaves it for him. The shot right on, and the big rebound is picked up by Fitzgerald. Moved ahead to Yashmanev. Yashmanev tried to slide it to the front of the net. Picked up by Brashear. Brashear attempted to go rink wide. It was knocked down. Now Brashear tries again. 2:45 remaining in this third period. 6-4 Nashville leads. McCall was stopped at the line as Walker comes back. For Yashmanev, he shoots it in. The Predators make a line change.
You gotta love Scott Walker. He's leading the rushes. He doesn't know whether he's a forward or a defenseman, but he's playing a heck of a game for the Nashville Predators.
Well, he's one of those players who is a valuable asset to any team he plays for. You really like him.
Well, I know one thing. If they ever do go down to 19 players, as they're talking about, a player that can play both positions will be invaluable, and Scott Walker is certainly showing that.
Naslund for May. He couldn't get a shot. He centers it. Puck loose in front of the net, and Ronning is there to gather it in. And he eases the pressure as he dumps it out with 1:57 remaining. 6-4, the Predators lead. There's Snow heading to the bench. Bubner flips it down into Vancouver territory. The extra attacker is out there. McCall moves it for Oland. 1:43 remaining. 6 players out there for Vancouver with Snow on the bench. May with a backhand shot, and Volkun grabs it and holds it for the faceoff.
Well, the faceoff is exactly what the Vancouver Canucks want here. They get a chance now to either call a timeout or design a play right away. Again, they have one advantage. Thomas Volkun is going to be tested here. He's a young goaltender. Who knows how he's going to respond. I'm sure the Nashville Predators would love to have Mike Dunham in this situation, but Thomas Volkun is going to be called upon to save the day for them here. It is a tall task to score 2 goals in 1:35, but the Vancouver Canucks know that they just have to direct the puck to the net, try and jam away for rebounds, and this face-off play will be ultra important for them.
Well, after allowing only 13 goals in their last 6 games, Mike Keenan won't be happy with the 6 goals his team has given up tonight.
No, his defense has played very, very loose tonight. Snow hasn't had a very strong game, to be quite honest, but you need a little bit more protection from your defense. They were running around very guilty of being out of position all night long.
Bordelot against Messier in the face-off circle. Bordelot has the second best percentage in the face-off circle behind Joe Nieuwendyk of Dallas in the National Hockey League, working at 63%. Here's Aucoin moving it across ice. McCabe's shot is blocked. He couldn't keep it onside.
That's a real good block by Denny Lambert. They're getting the line of the shot. Don't let it through. That killed off about 20 seconds for the Vancouver Canucks.
Messier for McCall. It bounced away from him. Now it's Bordelot with Lambert. He tried to get it back to Bordelot. McCall along the boards is checked, and the puck is knocked back into Vancouver territory. Lambert is in there forechecking. He's scored a goal tonight. Also has an assist as we move into the final minute. Here's Bugner with the loose puck.
2 players for the Nashville Predators have 2 goals, both Bordelot and Krivokrasov. I'm sure they're going to try to get one of them the hat trick here late in the game with the empty net.
Now Bordelot is out there now as Messier feeds it ahead to Naslund for York. York's shot goes off a body. Back at the point, it's Aucoin winding up, and he fires it wide. Flipped down the ice by Fitzgerald, and this will be an icing call with 25.8 seconds remaining in the third period. 6-4 Nashville leads.
Well, let's see if Barry Trotz allows these 2 guys. They've been his best performers offensively tonight, Bordelot and Krivokrasov, to have an attempt to get their first hat trick. Barry, I'm sure, is not concerned about only one thing. He wants to win this game. He knows these Vancouver Canucks are a team that is capable of scoring a couple of goals even in 25.8 seconds.
Well, neither Bordelot or Krivokrasov are out there right now for Nashville.
Well, as I said, Dunn, I'm sure Barry Trotz is sitting there and he's saying, hey, we haven't won the last couple. These 2 points are very, very important. We're not going to worry about personal goals, and that's how expansion teams have to be. They really have to be selfless people. Barry Trotz and his coaching staff, Brent Peterson and Paul Gardner, have done a real good job of keeping this team chemistry very, very high. And right now they're designing the defensive strategy that they'll employ against the Vancouver Canucks. On the other side, Mike Keenan has got his Chargers. One thing I'm sure that he's instructing them is we need support on the faceoff. We can't just rely on Messier to win it cleanly. We're going to have other guys jump in, look for loose pucks, and try and direct them back to the point. The point men are going to be instructed to just get the shots through.
Coming into this game, Vancouver in 9th place in the West with 26 points. Nashville 10th place with 23. St. Louis won tonight, so they now have 29 points. Calgary with 27 points. So these are very valuable points. Here's Messier. Back to the point. Aucoin shoots. And Vokoun has got it and holds it for a face-off with 18.9 seconds remaining.
This is a very, very good play by Mark Messier, spotting Adrian Aucoin open in the point, and a very, very good save by Thomas Vokoun. There was a lot of traffic in front of this when Messier fakes the shot, throws it back to the point. That's a seeing eye pass, but Vokoun, again, does a great job of finding that puck.
Vokoun replaced the starter, Mike Dunham, who re-injured his groin in the second period. Vokoun came on for the third period. It was 4-3 when he came in. Bugner can't get it out. The Nashville Predators are going to end their 2-game losing streak with a victory tonight over the Vancouver Canucks.
Well, that is a big, big win for the Nashville Predators. Their coaches are giving each other high fives and handshakes all around. They wanted desperately to have a win on this road trip, keep themselves in the playoff hunt.
So the Nashville Predators head home after a come-from-behind victory tonight, 6-4 over the Vancouver Canucks.
Say you want to download something from the internet. You can do it at 28.8. You can do it at 56K. Or you can get fast internet technology from Nortel Networks and do it more than 30 times faster. Visit our website and be faster to the net. With the NHL and Nortel Networks, how the world shares ideas.
Everybody was kung fu fighting. Those kids were fast as lightning.
At GM Plays tonight, the Ford 3 stars. The third star from Vancouver scored his 16th goal of the season in this one on a penalty shot, Marcus Naslund. Second star, Sergei Krivokrasov from the Nashville Predators. And the first star, 4-point night, 2 goals and 2 assists, Sebastian Bordeleau. Hockey Night in Canada on CBC from Vancouver returns in just a moment.
Live on CBC, Hockey Night in Canada, brought to you by Labatt Blue. A whole lot can happen out of the blue.
Then one foggy Christmas Eve, Santa came to say, "Not with your nose so bright, won't you guide my sailing night?" Then on the other reindeer, then you shouted out with glee, "Off the red-nosed reindeer, you go down in history. Yeah, you go down in history. You go down in history. Oh, 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 oh. Wow!"
If you're between 50 and 75, Norwich Union will insure you for life with no medical exam or health questions.
Even with my heart condition, I didn't need a medical to be insured.
And they didn't ask us any health questions.
Your guaranteed life insurance can cost as little as $20 a month. Depending on your age and the premium you choose, you could be covered for up to $25,000. And in case of a fatal accident, your benefit triples up to $75,000.
With the Guaranteed Life Insurance Plan, I'll have the affordable protection I need, and my premiums will never go up.
Call this number now for your free personal enrollment kit. You're under no obligation, and no salesperson will visit. If you're between 50 and 75, you're automatically approved with no medical exam.
Guaranteed life insurance from Norwich Union. Call toll-free 1-800-896-7183. An operator is standing by to take your call right now. That's 1-800-896-7183.
A new year on Life and Times. Will the world's fastest man run again?
My mom was one of the people that told me that I could be anything if I worked hard enough.
Donovan Bailey fights back. The first lady of classical guitar, Leona Boyd.
Well, I suppose I've always had a sense of romance.
If you're arrogant, it means you're sure of yourself.
And Pierre Burton, Canada's great storyteller, with an ego to match.
I know I'm good at what I do, and I make no bones about it. In that sense, I'm arrogant.
Life and Times returns January 11th. The year was 1875.
All Indians must go north.
One Cree chief had a vision of a just future for his people.
We must speak with one thundering voice.
A legendary hero.
I will not live with a rope around my neck.
An untold chapter of Canadian history comes to the screen.
This land was my life. You have taken our inheritance, our strength.
Big Bear, a 2-part miniseries, January 3rd and 4th on CBC.
Welcome back to GM Place in Vancouver, where Nashville overcome a 3-1 deficit and beat the Canucks 6-4. With me now, the first star, Sebastian Bordeleau from Nashville. And Sebastian, 2 big goals for you tonight. One made it 5-3, the other made it 6-4. Tell me about the 5-3 goal.
Well, I was kind of upset after the goal. They refused on me, but we kind of regrouped together, and me and Sergei Krivokrasov, we had a pretty good chemistry, and we kept driving to the net and played pucks to the net, and we know eventually if we keep working, it's going to go in. And I had a few breaks in the last game, but it just didn't go in, but tonight we went in, so I'm happy about that.
I think the key to being a goal scorer in the NHL, of course, in any hockey league, is being in the right place at the right time. You were certainly there tonight. You put yourself in that right place.
Exactly. You know, sometimes you're too much ahead of the play or you're too far behind. You have to time yourself good to be at the right spot at the right time. And tonight, I was at the right spot at the right time for the passes from Sergei, so it was good.
Where did this confidence for the team come from? I mean, you're down 3-1 in Vancouver against the Canucks, and you bring it back and you won it.
Well, I don't know. It's just we keep battling hard every night, and we don't look back. You know, whatever happens, happens, and that's the mentality we have since the beginning of the year. And we try to look forward every time. You know, we get some bad breaks sometimes, but we just keep going, battling. And Thomas, when he came out in the third period, replacing Dunham, played good. And you know, we just go from there. The thing is, we don't have to sit back. You know, we just go forward, work hard, and things are gonna happen.
Sebastian, congratulations.
Thank you.
Good luck the rest of the way.
Thank you.
Sebastian Bordeleau leading the Nashville Predators to a 6-4 win over the Canucks at GM Place in Vancouver tonight.
It's easy to get through life with a shrug and just say, who cares? That showing a little compassion just shows you're out of date. But to all of you who really do care, that would rather break your heart than break your word, we'd just like you to know that in addition to steel and rubber, we put heart and soul into every car we make. Ford, for now, forever.
A star-studded evening of celebration. The Governor General's Performing Arts Awards. Join host Kathy Jones and Gregory Charles for a special tribute to the Royal Canadian Air Force.
The best is that guy who plays Herb Gray. What a talent.
And a salute to Canada's brightest performers. The Governor General's Performing Arts Awards. Sunday, December 27th.
Time to let you know what's going on in and around Essex County for the next week or so. Enjoy the beach and get fit at Windsor Water World. Work out in the fitness center and relax in the therapy pool or exercise in the lap pool. Every Friday from 8 to 11 p.m., teens enjoy exclusive use of the pools and slide. Family passes, teen passes, or even book your birthday party. Give them a call. It's Holly Jolly Days at the Y, and space is limited, so reserve early. Children will be involved in crafts, games, sports, swimming, and special events. Don't forget to bring your towel. Jasper Cat Care Society urges residents of Essex County to be compassionate towards stray cats and all homeless animals. Give them food and shelter from the cold. If anyone needs donations of food or materials to build a shelter, give Jasper a call. Also call if you have donations for the Spay-Neuter Clinic for homeless cats. If you would like us to promote something for you, phone, fax, or email us at least 2 weeks in advance.
The 11th win of the season for Nashville, their 25th point in the Western Conference. A big win over the Canucks at GM Place in Vancouver tonight. Down the coast, the game is still underway between San Jose and the Colorado Avalanche. At last report, San Jose leading the Avalanche by a score of 2-1 late in the third period. Kelly Rudy, what can you say about this young Nashville Predators team down 3-1 in Vancouver, come back and beat the Canucks 6-4?
I was pretty impressed, and the reason why is because it's been a real tough trip for them. They have a lot of injuries. Again, Dunham now goes back out with an injury on the penalty shot, and they could have said to each other, you know what, it's a little tough. We have a big game at home in Detroit, or against Detroit on Wednesday. Let's go. We'll regroup there before the Christmas break. But no, they didn't. They came out and they played real hard.
Don't think you can blame Garth Snow for this one.
Oh, absolutely not. All year, Vancouver plays a reckless style in their own zone, and they paid the price tonight.
A 4-point night for Sebastian Bordeleau in leading the Nashville Predators to a 6-4 win over the Canucks here at GM Place in Vancouver.
I can't do anything without the instructions. Nothing.
It's okay. She's got other presents.
They were just here. They were right here. I just had them.
We'll just hide this till her birthday.
She's been wanting this for a long time. If I only had those instructions.
You looked in the box?
I looked in there.
Did you take everything out of it?
Oh, here they are.
You got food?
Music.